Some wonderful pictures there of this fantastic tournament, some of the action that we've had already, and hopefully get to see at some stage some giants of the past. Here on Court 5 at Central Energy Trust Arena, magnificent scenes. The boys have warmed up, they're ready to go. Stacey Lambert, you and I, going to be a lot of fun. Mount Roskill and St. Bede's.
Yes, kia ora Ben, no mai haramai e te iwi, ngā kai mā taki, ko tai mai, ko hono mai ki te pāpāho nei. Looking forward to this awesome game between Mount Roskill and St. Bede's. Both teams have had one loss yesterday, and so today they'll be really looking to redeem themselves and get themselves back on track. Both teams are currently in the huddle. And we should have the team lists up, and we'll come back to you for the St. Bede's team, Ben.
St. Bede's under Grant Venn, Troy Cutbush, Marcus Sulla, Daniel Martin, Cooper Siave, Harry Cornane, Finn Pearson, Lockie McLean, Tom Martin, Max McLeod, Antonio Verhoeven, Sam Choi. These guys, St. Bede's, a school of history, Christchurch, founded 1911. Colours red and black, by faith and by works, their motto. And now you, Stacey, Mount Roskill Grammar.
It's my pleasure to be able to introduce the Mount Roskill Grammar team. Number 2 there, Keith Mataroria, Ryan Aramoana Taylor, Wai Pasika, Mitchell Greenaway, Josh Adams, Lincoln Tupai Samuel, Daniel Greenway at 15, Haisim Osman number 3, Ngā Waka Rakete, Ezra, that should be Ogbuze Whānau, not bit of a spelling mistake there, so Ezra Ogbuze at number 34, 13 Zakan Kimin, and rounding off team 20 Angelo Halafihi, and of course coach Martin Windsor and assistant coach Chad Wright.
There is a certain tension in the air because these are big boys and they are powerhouses. Your match officials in shot, Corey Hogg, light brown hair, and Blake Rosanowski, the dark brown hair. Corey Hogg, Nelson, Blake Rosanowski, Canterbury. So 2 solid Southerners to take us through this big game here. Double A, Pool D, Mount Roskill, St. Bede's. Nitty-gritty time for these teams, Stacey. They need to stamp their authority now.
Absolutely, yeah, it's always tough having a loss on your first day and you've only got one game. You've got to wait a whole another 24 hours before you can get out there and strut your stuff again. So both teams, I expect an exciting start here, Ben. Starting 5 here, we have, make sure I'm getting the colours right, St. Bede's we've got here, number 14. Looks, I have different numbers on my sheet. Number 4 is Marco Sulla, he's in. See if we can confirm some of these numbers for you.
Well, I'll tell you one thing we can confirm. It's a very striking uniform. St. Bede's, black with a red pinstripe. It's sharp. Can't really miss those. Well, shouldn't. And of course, Mount Roskill of Auckland, founded 1953, the coronation year. Colours black and red. Contrasting, certainly, here on Court 5.
Mā pango mā whiro, ka oti ai te mahi.
These guys are St. Bede's. You can expect them to be very competitive. Over there is Harry Cornane.
And that was Antonio Verhoeven.
Verhoeven and 13. 13 today. Okay, so this this changes it somewhat.
Ball up the top.
Mount Roskill, see what they can come up with offensively.
St. Bede's starting off in a 2-3 zone here.
Here's Verhoeven from the corner. Nice touch. free throw line. Right now, Mitchell Greenaway. First time at the free throw line for him. Ruled it intentional, obviously.
So Daniel Greenaway at the Paihara, waiting to shoot his Kuru Tautuku, and he makes it.
I must admit, I didn't pick up on anything you could call an intentional foul, but here are St. Bede's with strength in the ball handling department that we've heard so much about. You can expect them to be vigorous, to attack the ring.
Well,
Doubt about that, Rakete, captain.
But a loose ball, few deflections here early on in the game. Both teams looking to penetrate and get to the basket.
Got a call.
And
Call
really,
made there by Black Rosanowski.
Verhoeven probably lucky to get away with that one there. Just no change of direction, straight into the defender. We've got a high on-ball screen here.
Seen some pretty powerful guys line up for teams here at the Nationals. Verhoeven looks like one of them. And up for the board, good board. Nice board there to Greenaway. So he was at the free throw line. Now takes a defensive rebound. Ball in the hands of Greenaway again. Has to control. Good hustle from St. Bede's. Beats the double team. Greenaway falls to the floor. Rakete.
Things quite loose to start here.
Rakete. Shot doesn't fall. St. Bede's able to claim their own boards, which is important. Nicely there. That was, well, Mitchell Greenaway being pushed off. Both teams failing to convert from close range. Nice pass, that one from Greenaway.
Great pass to the corner for a wide open three from number one, Ryan Aramoana. Great find in the corner. And St. Bede straight back down, but unfortunately cannot convert. And back down the other end with fast break. Nice little floater from Daniel Greenaway this time.
Those guys are going to have a big game today for Mount Roskill. Going to have a big game indeed.
Nice strong move there. Mount Roskill in a bit of a man-to-man. Bit of a loose one.
Nakete there at the free throw line. Ball held by Wadhams. They go cross court. Shot's not falling at the moment. Shot's not falling. Back on D is Josh Wadhams.
Marco Sula just unfortunately loses the handle there as he's trying to put pressure on the defense. Had them backpedaling quite nicely. It's perhaps got a little bit too deep. Maybe some extended pressure here from St. Bede's. What do we got here? An extended 2-3 zone.
St. Bede's trying to get inside here against Arketi. Good D. Captain playing good defense on this possession. It's Mitchell Greenaway in the 15.
We see a great move here from Verhoeven. Pump faking, ripping through on the baseline. Pump fake, getting him in the ear. And getting a trip to the foul line. He's just had a couple of threes, open threes in the corner this time. Clearly, he's not going to hesitate to shoot that one, so the defense runs at him. He's able to up fake and get to the basket. Let's have another look at that again. Oh, rips through, pump fake with the help. Gets hit on the arm. Textbook move. Excellent pump fake. Unable to convert.
Nice ball there from Dan Greenaway, the captain. Doesn't want to walk the ball up the floor. Has the ball now. Passes, cuts. This is Wadhams.
It looks like a 1-3-1 zone.
They're trying to be patient at the moment, aren't they, Stacey, Mount Roskill? Trying to be patient.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to figure out what defense they're in, and just like myself. Lovely inbounds pass there. Great find.
Mitchell Greenaway, the shot was off. Oh, and it doesn't fall there for Dan Greenaway, but he is at the free throw line. And here, Dan Greenaway at number 15. Well, that was the shot attempt.
Well, I guess if anyone's questioning that call there, players on defense have to be vertically straight up. So if you can imagine you've got a cylinder, if your hands come forward out of that cylinder, then you hit them, that's your foul. So it's called, you can leave the ground, so you can be in the air, as long as it's probably referred to as verticality.
Truth is probably, isn't it, Stacey, that sometimes even if you're in your cylinder, if you leap, the offensive player goes into you, most of the time you can get a bad call. You know what I mean? It still goes against you. Known to do that. So Mount Roskill looking to run. That's a Greenaway. Wow, and a shot hit the top of the backboard. Very physical play here. Now St. Bede's bringing it back. Rakiti there, hustling. Haven't got a clean steal. Mount Roskill playing good D. That's Wadhams. That is the captain. He has a steal to Wadhams. Looks like a good defensive player, Rakiti, picking up a steal, and they're...
I really like what St. Bede's are doing on defense. Sometimes they're extending, sometimes they're picking up back. It's giving Mount Roskill a little bit of trouble and seeing whether they should attack or whether they should look. So look at this, extended almost all the way out to halfway.
Wadhams, Rakiti. He got bumped a little. Going to take quite a bit to move him around. This is Osman. Osman call there, I believe, was the block.
Yeah, the toughest call in the game to make, that one.
So Corey Hogg there was the trailer.
Replay might reveal Verhoeven might feel a little bit hard done by on this one. Hits him straight in the chest.
I think you should feel exceptionally hard done by, to be honest. What could I have done? Okay, sometimes these things happen. That's Osman, jacks one up, the shot's off. And now St. Bede's can run. Little scrappy, wow, scrappy. Scrappy's one word for it. At the moment, the ball is being handled in bits and bursts. Rebound there to Kemen, Zach and Kemen.
Yeah.
Captain Rakiti.
Ball into the high post. That's a great option.
Okay, Kemen with the shot attempt there. Loose one, Greenaway.
Some relentless work on the boards there from Greenaway. Number 15, Daniel Greenaway earns himself a walk to the foul line. To the Pai Hara.
Well,
look at them just fighting and scrapping in there. Players always taught to get the rebound, not to bring it down, always to keep the ball above your head. And a great display of fundamental skills there from Daniel Greenaway. Of course, not sure who's the older one there, Daniel or Mitchell, but we do have some brothers out there.
Well, truth of the matter is we have two teams of, mid-range size, and you've got to scrap for rebounds. That's what you're seeing.
You see a switch on the on-ball on the handoff there. Number 3, Haisim Osman's just checked into the game.
So Bede's finding it hard to score as well. Here's Wadhams. Wadhams there with a cross-court pass that didn't come off. Call as a travel.
Well, great job there from St. Bede's to be able to get back and cause some confusion in the ball hand in the passer's mind. And a little bit guilty of leaving his feet, not really knowing where he was going to pass that ball. All right, we're slowly getting, Ben, we're slowly getting ourselves sorted with these numbers.
Yes.
Number
Do you
9.
think we need to check?
Kupa Siavi, he is in. We have number 12 has checked in. Sorry, we don't have his correct name either.
We do sympathise, though. I mean, the truth is that these coaches and managers have a lot to do. They've got to cook, they've got to clean, they've got to pat people on the head. Got to take phones off people after 10. Really unlucky it'll be phones off you after 8.
So low scoring first quarter so far. 7 minutes gone and only 10-8. Both teams, a few little handling errors. Perhaps the first few minutes jitters of the game are out, and players can get on with it. Also, looks
I love the bench over here. I mean, this is the good old days of New Zealand basketball, don't you think, Stacey? How do you make it work? You tap it. You press the green button. Well, it hasn't got a green button.
Hey, at least it's some young fellas over there from Fraser High School. Lucky they'll be knowing how to operate those devices.
When it became devices, some of us were left in the distant past. Speaking for myself.
Siave showing his skills there as a big fella. Dribbling the ball up, handling the pressure as they set up the offense. We've got a high on-ball screen. He turns it down.
Cooper right side on the baseline. Okay, that's a great defense there.
Great toot-upper from Zach Kemen.
Osman. Here is Osman. Pass to Raketi now, Osman. Osman holds. Getting the ball inside here. They're getting the ball inside.
And
Mount
who's
Roskill.
our man again? Greenaway just cleaning up the rubbish. Hanging around there.
Hard-working player, blue collar type.
Great defense there from Osman. Shuts down the step back. Oh, great behind the back into the spin. Can't execute. Great
very
move.
Good defense. It makes you work, doesn't it? Very good defense. Forces the offense to be better. Very good offense. Forces the defense to improve. That's a cross-compasa Keys. Mataroria. That's a Raketi. Easy as that. The captain there, he made it look ridiculously easy.
That was just beautiful basketball, wasn't it, Ben?
I got to imagine that the coach of the defensive team would be saying, hey, look at this. Basketball is a very difficult game to play. It's a very difficult game to play, yeah, right?
It's just great unselfishness. Probably not a great example on defense. Good to make sure players don't take the pump fake.
The lads turn around, Stacey. Whose man was that? That was your man. Tell you what, they certainly do. That's better from St. Bede's.
Both teams starting to show a little bit more execution on offense, getting some better quality shots.
A little bit more pattern, Osman.
Mount Roskill especially getting that ball into the corner in the high post has been very effective. And here we go again.
Ball movement's better. Ball movement's better. That's for sure. Now ball is loose. St. Bede's. Oh, there's a big push there. Is that Verhoeven? Lucky's tough.
Yes. Verhoeven does a great job. Does a great job here to cut on inside, cut the player off to draw the foul. Of course, it's not always a good idea to foul in basketball. Once we have 5 fouls in a quarter, then our team automatically gets to shoot free throws.
Where is Cooper? Cooper at the top, waiting for the ball. Here he is. Cooper Siave. Around the back, Osman bumped him. Oh, lovely finish. Outstanding skill.
Yeah, Siave's got some great moves on offense, doesn't he?
Certainly does. All class. Magnificent three-point shot. That was Keys. Mataroria.
Good extended pressure on that.
Verhoeven.
Lovely jab step. Pulls back and shoots the 3.
Osman, runner! Osman!
Wow, you really...
Watch Osman here. Osman seems to glide, Stacey. You must have played with and against guys like that.
Yeah, against guys like that used to glide. Yeah, glide past me. Unable to execute there on the Kurutautuku.
Took a bump earlier of Verhoeven, but seems to have recovered.
I like this pressure on the on-ball screen.
Very good D there by Greenaway. Sensational D. Sits there, Verhoeven.
Verhoeven showing he's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. Pulls down the offensive board. Pump fakes and powers up.
Look at this here. Sheer gladiatorial strength. Here he is. And puts it back. And nothing on earth was going to stop him. Oh, I love it.
13 seconds left in the quarter.
They draw level.
Mount Roskill should hold the ball for the last shot here. A little bit of extended pressure. Oh, that's an unfortunate foul.
At that stage, isn't it?
That's going to send... Who is it to the line? Looks like Osman back to the line to shoot again. Back to the Paihara for another 2 Kurutautukus.
So we've got Corey Hogg, referee Hogg, talking to the bench. Lads are doing a good job. 1 or 2 queries from the coaches. Those queries have been dealt with in a satisfactory manner. And here is Osman. A very gifted athlete. Makes the second free throw. 8 seconds. The shot doesn't fall.
Wow, that's a great hustle play.
They'll be disappointed with that, Mount Roskill. They forced a tough shot, but you've got to rebound.
Yeah, everybody just turned and stood and watched, didn't they? You got to get a body on somebody. Keep that inside position. 0.4, not much of a chance to get a shot off here.
Osman rebounds.
But we have seen it before, haven't we, Ben?
We have. I'm just going to go and check on a couple of these numbers, Stacey. I won't be a second.
Okay, well, great quarter there. Mount Roskill and St. Bede's both a little bit of a slow start. Last 3 minutes, a lot more points being scored. And good battle coming on here. Seen a really good Mount Roskill responding to the 1-3-1 zone press that St. Bede's have put on, getting the ball into the corners and the deep corners and the short corners and high posts is starting to create some more opportunities for them. Whereas, obviously, and a lot of ball movement. So St. Bede's are going to want to try and counteract that and see if they stay in that 1-3-1 and come out, or if they come out in something different. Of course, probably a good opportunity here to tuku mihi kia whakaata Maori. To give a big acknowledgement to whakaata Maori who are here supporting us, providing these opportunities for live stream to see some of our top athletes here in basketball in New Zealand. Of course, we're here at the CET Arena, the home of basketball Manawatu. So I must shout out to all of our awesome basketball Manawatu volunteers, referees, score benches, who are always here giving their blood, sweat and tears to allow such huge events like this. Takes a lot of volunteer power. So it's not just what we get to see out here. And of course, teams have travelled from all over the country. Every team has to go and qualify for the right to play here. and 24 teams in this competition, and in the single A's competition there is 12 teams, 7 from the North Island, 5 from the South Island.
Stacey, I tell you what, I had to run so far, I had to run so hard to get the names, but we got the names. You did well, you got
the numbers.
Almost died.
Tamatu tama ora, Ben.
Lucky I'm a typical Gisborne athlete for Kata Maori. And on YouTube. Oh boy.
Wow, look, I mean, athlete, the term athlete's completely different term now. I mean, you look at some of those guys that do the gaming online. I mean, you know, in my mind, no doubt, they are athletes. They have got some amazing hand-eye coordination and perception and ability to plan and see stuff. It's just awesome.
If only athletes extended to, you know, it's 5 to 10 and we haven't got any more wings, so we got Mount Roskill and St. Bede's. And St. Bede's, just an update on some of those numbers. Troy Cutbush is 4, Marco Sulla 9, Dan Martin 5, Cooper Siavi 7, Harry Cornane 12, Finn Pearson wears 10, Lockie McLean 15, Tom Martin 14, Max McLeod 8, Antonio Verhoeven 13, Sam Choi 11. You know, the manager of St. Bede's apologised to me. She never should have. Brenda Martin has worked exceptionally hard, as all of the managers and coaches do here. Can't do everything. Change strip. Well,
yep, coming out with some good ball movement again.
Okay, and the three-pointer lands there.
Wow, they look like they got 2 deadly shooters there with Aramoana and Mataroria.
Sulla in the 9 for St. Bede's over on this side. Here's Sulla, the 3s are up, and it's there as well. So the three-point shooting is red hot at the start of the period. Waiting for the ball over here is Keese Mataroria. Okay, held it, started to drive out of Moana.
Wow, like that was just a very unfortunate, a great idea to jab step, ball fake, move the defense, and then swing the ball back the other way. Again, getting the ball to the corner is going to be key.
Okay, nice
Roskill.
pass from Sulla.
Fakes the handoff, goes to the corner, not much happening. Mount Roskill happy just to switch on the outside. Great block there from Greenaway.
That was McLeod who had his shot blocked, and it blocked it well. I thought he might have had the ball actually. I thought that Finn Pearson might have made one of the athletic plays of the game.
Let's have a look at McLean get back, hustle, jumping with the left hand to block. Opposite hand, oh. Great athleticism and great hustle to get back.
Incredible.
And what about down the other end with the block shot and the rebound, sorry, and then the automatic long throw into the fast break to kick off the fast break.
I was given Finn Pearson in number 10.
Oh, Finn Pearson.
I do hope that look again. These are things that you know, coaches and managers are doing so many different things. They have to wear a lot of hats. He's now at the free throw line with Finn Pearson. 22-22, a very close game at the moment. Game is yet young. Finn Pearson took the first free throw, was unsuccessful, now about to take the second attempt. Pearson, shots up. Doesn't sit. Ball is loose. The hands of Mataroria. Subs have been allowed in. Far side, referee Rosanowski. As Mount Roskill inbound the ball. Ball in the hands of Waitonga. Y to the right. Finding Kemen. Kemen back to him. Kemen has it back once more. So they rotated the ball around the perimeter. Pearson, good rebound. St. Bede's finding some rhythm. Into some rhythm.
Shot clock under 10.
Okay.
Great moves down the middle. Sula's just got some great moves, able to create a shot pretty much whenever he wants.
You're impressed by the young man, Stacey?
Absolutely. He's sitting wide open in the corner. Let's see if they see him. I tried to hit Verhoeven, but unfortunate. We've got a 2-on-1 break here.
Okay, this is Aramoana. It's up, it's off.
Great follow by again. Greenaway, I think he's got more rebounds, more two-upper than he has points, and he's got a lot of points.
Mount Roskill, very persistent. It's
both teams allowing a lot of ball reversal.
McLeod. Call goes his way.
I guess as a coach, Ben, I don't like seeing that, you know. When teams are able to move the ball around where they want to move it, it's just too passive.
Sula has it now. Verhoeven! Verhoeven came close. There he is over there, Verhoeven battling for the ball. Aramoana, great pass by Aramoana. And a beautiful finish there from Waitonga. Waitonga with a lovely finish. It was a difficult finish actually, and got a great pass. Have a look at the replay here after Verhoeven. It worked so hard. That's the long pass. Nice finish. Waitonga, you know, it's easy to bomb a shot like that. It's a very good finish. 26-22.
Yeah, St. Bede's had to call a timeout there, getting a 4-point advantage. Wanted to try and stop the momentum. So let's see. I mean, most of those are really just coming off turnovers. I'm liking the energy of both teams. Perhaps, you know, looking after the ball is obviously a key factor, but nothing to be too concerned about into the second quarter. 3 minutes into the second quarter, 4 points down. Coach Martin Windsor just wants to settle his team down, get them back on track. Perhaps at this time you want to certainly have a good offensive set and follow it up with a good defensive execution.
Aramoana looks strong. Looks like a very good ball handler.
Yeah, I thought he was made a great decision to hold on to that and not rush the pass early. By holding it just 1 extra second, gave that extra time for, can't remember who it was, to run behind the defense, and someone forgot about it.
Here's Sula. So St. Bede's having to get the ball out of the backcourt. They break what pressure defense there is. Without too many problems.
Well, both coaches showing their tricks they have by changing up defenses.
Sam Choi.
Again, rewarded from getting the ball in the corner. Of course, one of the higher percentage shots, the three-pointer. It's a little bit closer in the corner than up the top.
Aramoana. Oh, great pass by Aramoana. Aramoana, magnificent pass.
Well, we just talked about it, didn't we, Ben? The vision and the decision-making of Aramoana.
You've got to give credit where credit's due. Aramoana. Greenaway.
Done no look.
Aramoana is very astute.
So Mitchell Greenaway, can he capitalise from the paihara? He does, so...
That really is excellent basketball. One thing to make the initial shot, but then the free throw.
Okay, we've got a little bit of a
extended
pressure, almost creates a turnover.
Three-pointer there. Magnificent shooting by Sula.
Bit of a sloppy pass there.
He saved it though. Did a great job of saving that actually, Waitonga. Waitonga the save, then Daniel Greenaway scores. They're a team that help each other out. Mount Roskill. See that here. I love that by Aramoana. Every which way but loose. However you got to do it, You do it. Aaron out there using his knee or something. Trying to fix the steal.
Number 4, Troy Cutbush, showing his composure there, just past faking. Getting them both in the air.
Over here on the left. Shot doesn't fall. Hey, tell me something, Stacey. These rims, they, what are the characteristics of these rims for a shooter? They seem a little different.
Yeah, look, they look a little bit loose and they're quite thick. Some of the players.
What effect does that have for a jump shooter?
Oh, I think any excuse for when you have a miss, Ben.
Grasp at straws. Sola, one-hander, the floater.
Hey, I think if you're good enough, you should fit 2 basketballs across the hoop, so you should be good enough to get it in without hitting the hoop.
That sounds hard.
Again, high post entry.
Greenaway, well,
probably missed an opportunity hitting his brother underneath the basket there, but
airball from Kemen. Here now is Sola.
Could have extended the lead to 7.
Sola strong.
Cutbush squaring up.
St. Bede's having to work hard here on offense. Sola, another 3. Got it away a little long. And now down the floor is a Greenaway, Mitchell Greenaway. Hit on the arms. Well, am I seeing things? I was pretty sure I saw him take one on the wrist.
I'm sure Mr. Cutbush agrees that was clean. St. Bede's coming down, really need a score. It's been a few trips since they've had a score.
Siave.
Just great defense, great help defense there from Greenaway. He's playing great at both ends, rebounding both ends, playing great help defense.
Stacey, is it true that if you see tough shots being taken like that, the defense must be very good?
Yeah, forcing players into tough shots is definitely what you can do. As we have a fast break, 3-on-2.
Aramoana steal. Aramoana, you have to get up pretty early in the morning.
Another no-look pass.
Greenaway, Aramoana. Read the play defensively, then got a good pass up the floor. Aramoana could prove to be a big obstacle here for St. Bede's airball. Nicely done there by, well, here's Sulla now.
Oh, great move there, great step through. Draws the contact from the help from Greenaway. You know, Greenaway's doing a great job on all of this help. However, as a coach, I guess you're wanting his perimeter players to stay in front of their players a little bit more, because he's just going to get in foul trouble if he's going to have to be helping every single time down the floor. So we have a timeout from Mount Roskill, is it? With 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And yeah, 7-point lead. Mount
Basketball
pulled out to a 7-point lead, Ben.
Basketball, a very different game to many, Stacey, in the sense that in this game, for instance, coaches diagram plays, present players with plays. In other sports, rugby, whatever it is, just about all of that is done before a game. Adjustments are made during a game, but it's very different basketball, isn't it? The extent to which coaches determine play.
Oh, absolutely. And if you look at all of the top coaches that we normally have, most of them have been point guards or players that are, you know, leaders on the team that know the game inside out. Because you absolutely, coaching's the next best thing to playing, because you still have an opportunity to choreograph stuff on the court, and it's
Coach,
very privileged
yes, that was
position.
my dunk. Yes, that was my three-pointer. Yes, that was my OB, and we won with 2 seconds left.
Yeah, coaches are probably more. Yeah, that was my change of defense that slowed the rhythm. That was my.
This is where the game
adjustment.
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Or even just saying the right thing to the right player at the right time to install in them the confidence to back themselves and continue to do the right things.
I think the tone that the coaches have had at these national championships has been very good from what I can tell. The players respond to it. Barking at kids these days doesn't work. Yeah. Certainly not if you overdo it. Kete. It's a pass away. Tonga's played well.
The high post.
Greenaway in the 15.
And the short corner.
Trying to find a way in here, Mount Roskill.
Oh.
Greenaway.
Unlucky not to get the foul there. Reaching in, hit on the arm.
They're hoping good board. Playing well. Siavi wears the 7.
Mount Roskill in a 2-3 zone.
Verhoeven is open, has the ball now. Verhoeven turning, spins back. Sam Choi.
Shot clock
Pass
running
away
down.
by Choi.
Oh, great follow-up. Did well to be able to get the shot off with the shot clock running down.
St. Bede's there.
Sticks with the play to get the offensive kickback.
Stickability. The long jumper is off, unfortunately, from Tonga.
Great rebound by Kemen, who fumbles, and Greenaway is able to recover the ball. Let's see what out-of-bounds play we have running here. We've got a bit of a circle up the top.
Explain the significance of the ball slap. Oh, they don't choose to do it, but start the rotation.
Yeah,
and it finally falls. It fell. It fell in the end. Kemen, a look of delight on his face. That's Choi. Pass across the floor. Siave. And now a powerful drive here from Verhoeven. Verhoeven, no basket. He walked. That's the call from referee Rosanowski.
Well, St. Pete's finding it very hard to penetrate that zone defense of Mount Roskill. And they start to extend some pressure themselves in a bit of a half-court press.
Rakete there across the floor.
Ooh, and there goes Cutbush just lurking around. And here we go with a turnover.
Turnover. Siave, bounce past St. Bede's. Going past the basket. Trying hard, but underneath. Very tough to get a decent pass away. Any sort of pass away, actually.
Yeah, good idea. Great hustle back from
Rakete there with a good pass. Greenaway on in. Drives on in. No luck. Greenaway again.
Greenaway is pumped up, and so he should be. He's dominating the boards.
He's got his teeth into the backboards, and he won't let go. An agonized expression on the face there of Mitchell Greenaway. Watch this, the upraised palms. What do I have to do? Referees have certainly allowed the boys to play a little bit. A little.
Sam Choi gets a rest. So does... oh no, not Verhoeven.
No,
He's going
can't do without
the
Verhoeven.
Paitaha to inbound the ball. Comes off a handoff and an on ball up the top of that zone. Unable to create an advantage.
Verhoeven, bounce pass. Nicely done. A moment ago you saw Cutbush.
Great pass. Great penetration and dish off.
Rakete.
Beautiful basketball.
Very good at handling pressure, Rakete.
7-point lead here.
Wadhams.
Mount Roskill just threatening to pull away.
Yeah.
Oh, great
It's a
pass.
nice pass
Just
to
didn't quite
Greenaway, I
execute.
think. Turned it over. And now, well, they have managed to stop him scoring a layup. That was Rakete. Back with a rebound with a loose ball. Wadhams. Now Rakete. Rakete there with a jump pass. Tremendous hustle there. Cooper Siave with just a wonderful attitude. Great effort there by Siave. Rakete will throw the ball into play. Here on the right sideline. Into Greenaway. Back to the skipper. Now Osman. Osman has the ball. Over to Wadhams. That was, I thought he was going to mistime his jump for a second there. You think that state he didn't end up jumping, but thought he was going to take off a little too early.
Yeah.
Cooper Siave. Bounce pass.
Great weak side flash from Verhoeven.
Strong. He could be a real handful, you can tell. 40-35, 17 seconds. Osman
decides to smartly hold the ball and pull it out. Hold it for the last shot.
Intelligent play.
Oh. Well, yeah, why not? I mean, if you kick it back out with 10 seconds to go, you're probably not going to get a much better shot.
St. Bede showing great composure, Stacey.
Yeah, great spin. Great slide dribble towards the middle, then spins baseline, creates the space. Perhaps could have used the left hand to finish there. Is a left-handed shooter.
Mount Roskill.
Maybe he did use the left hand. Maybe I didn't
Score
see that.
40-35, 40-35.
important free throw here, going into the end of the second.
Young man is a lefty.
Can't execute. 6 seconds here. Good opportunity
Cooper.
for St. Bede's.
Cooper with 3 seconds. Cooper hit the edge of the backboard. Yo.
So Mount Roskill are 40-35 against St. Bede's. Mount Roskill just slowly edging ahead there as both teams go to the bench to talk it out, have a quick rest. I really enjoyed the pace of this game, Ben. It's been both teams putting in different traps, changing up defenses, forcing players to take action and make decisions, and of course that's going to create turnovers. And so we're getting to see quite an exciting game here, 40-35. Few standouts, certainly number 13, Antonio Verhoeven. He's showing some great stuff both inside and outside. And for Mount Roskill, we are certainly have the Greenaway whānau. You must be at home. So proud hearing that name being bellowed out all the time. Daniel and Mitchell both having a huge impact on this game.
Yeah, Greenaway. Unbelievable. Certainly played very strongly.
All right, we look forward to some more action when we come back to the second half in about 3.5 minutes. Thank you.
I'll feel a lot better when I can retype this into that so I can read it.
I don't eat lollies, but I'm going to have one. Is there a purple one? I want to have one.
Is there one that helps you type faster?
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times.
From us, it's a huge thank you to New Zealand Carbon Farming. The opportunities and the sponsorship that's been provided is pretty crucial for our school.
We're buying new volleyball gear, so volleyball nets, balls and the stands to attach the volleyball nets to the floor. Volleyball is a very popular sport. Kids find it to be fun.
I'd just like to thank you from Tauranga High School. See you.
E te iwi no mai hoki mai. I'm Stacey Lambert and I'm here with my partner Ben, and we are waiting for 30 more seconds for the start of the second half Great game here against Mount Roskill Grammar vs St Bede's College. Probably a quick opportunity as the teams are just gathering their last thoughts and plans before they take the court to acknowledge some of our sponsors. Of course, Moulton, Bailey's, New Zealand Carbon Farming, Celtics, Apollo Projects, New Zealand Community Trust, Glory League and Pure Athletic. Of course, these events can't go on without the support of businesses like this to support our youth of New Zealand, Aotearoa. Looking forward to a good start here. We'll see 5 points down. Be a really important start here for St Bede's. Coming out to get a good position, and Mount Roskill are straight into a 2-3 zone. Has been successful for them in the first half. Why would you change? Forced into a skip pass, and turnover is picked up, intercepted by Greenaway. As Rakete brings it back up to the top, swings it over to the right to a wide open Wadhams. Can't execute on the Kuru Whiwhitoru. As we come back down the other end. Pitch out to the wing. Unable to connect on the Kuru Whiwhitoru. Both teams out to a bit of a slow start in the third quarter, sorry. Great pass from Aramoana into the high post. I think that's definitely the good option to continue to go into. Finally, some penetration from St Bede's leads to another advantage, a closeout, which led to some more penetration. So quite clearly that's going to be key for St Bede's to be able to get the ball. And of course you don't have to just penetrate the ball by dribbling. You can pass. Hit the ball. Again, Verhoeven getting behind the basket, getting behind the zone. Another good strategy to implement when you're moving off the ball. We have a 1-4 set here, very flat. All players flat on the baseline with Paimuri, leaving a lot of space for Verhoeven up the top. He jab steps, goes the same way. Gets it for the three, unable to convert. A very rare miss on a box out from the Mandaway brothers leads to another offensive opportunity for St Bede's, who can't convert. And Aramoana will bring it down here and see what kind of offense he would like to run. Rakete hits the corner, down to the short corner. It's looking dangerous down there. Great move. Well, Ben, I really think St Bede's are going to have to do something about allowing those easy passes inside. So
yes, well, Mount Roskill have probed inside. They're inventive, and they're getting shots up. They're getting shots up. This is Mitchell Greenaway.
Yeah, look, Greenaway shoots his free throws with his left hand, but it looks like he prefers to shoot with his right around the basket.
So, okay.
A couple of times maybe shooting the ball on the hand that was closer to the defender. Of course, you always encourage players to shoot the ball away from the defender, with the hand that's away from the defender.
I can't imagine there are many players in the world, though, to be honest, Stacey, that can actually shoot with both hands.
Close around the hoop. Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
but
bumping on in there was Sam Choi. This is Cutbush. Play. Cutbush is going to have to dig deep. St Bede's are going to have to dig deep. Been made to work by Mount Roskill, and here, this guy, Ryan Aramoana, has played a very good game. Nice rebound there, Verhoeven. Now to stretch the legs. Verhoeven flies down the floor. Lost the ball charge. Verhoeven there. Hard to change course.
Great defense shown here by Aramoana. Able to read the in and out dribble. Slides his feet. Hit right in the chest.
You know, the truth is that the more powerful the athlete, the harder it is to slow down. And obviously, Verhoeven, tough to slow down there at Arquette. They work down the sideline now. Adam Moana. Again, getting it inside, as you said, Stacey. They're taking the ball inside. Call for a walk on that occasion, but their tactics are clear.
Yes, and Siave with the ball up top, swings it
Choi.
to Choi.
Is Verhoeven. Just no way to the hoop through there. And from the corner, nothing happens there for St. Bede's. Green away. That going to be called as a charge. And what it is there, Corey Hogg, that is an example of the superb consistency of the referees here at the Nationals. They have been very, very consistent, calling it properly at both ends.
As we have a timeout, coaches want to settle things down.
You love to see guys run to the basket though, don't you, Stacey?
I love to see players putting their bodies on the line to make the referees make that decision. As we discussed earlier, it's the hardest call to make in basketball. And even as from our angle that looked like the right call, Greenaway was certainly exchanging a few words to debate with the referee on the call.
You want a tough guy? I'll give you a tough guy. Ricky Gear, father of Jose and Rico Gear. Long socks, short shorts, headband, rugby league style, man of steel, straight to the hoop. And you know what? It's hard to stop the man of steel. He called it an extension of the league. Extension of the league. 41-37. Great memories. Mind you, that was not tournament basketball, but still 41-37. Memories stick with you. That young man, Waitonga, has had a pretty good game. I think he's handled the pressure of what's gone on out there pretty well. Here on Whakata Maori, we encourage and support Embrace a wide range of values. Oh, yep, some shoes, obviously. Hey, talking about values, and the first thing we see is shoes. We go straight to shoes. Basketball is a sport where fashion, Stacey, not getting away from it, is very, very important. You know, people say it's all about fundamental. Well, yes and no. I mean, you need fundamentals, but you also need shoes. Got to be top of the range, and they've got to come from the States. At the moment, 41-37.
It must be the shoes, huh? Must be the shoes that make you a good player.
Oh, they think. They wish. 41-37.
None of my shoes made me jump very high.
Yes, I sympathise. Here now is Cutbush, giving the ball back to Cooper Siave.
Oh, nice little bit of action there to pull out the zone to allow Cutbush the open three.
Wadhams Rakete has it at the top. Rakete Adamoana. Adamoana trying to pick up a man.
He's just not in a rush, is he, Adamoana? He's just happy to run his team, take the opportunities as they come.
Does it well now, Verhoeven. St. Bede's Verhoeven loses the ball. Adamoana! Adamoana to Wadhams. Wadhams it for the layup. Adamoana gave him a great pass. Wanted to finish, tried to finish. Rakete, now Wadhams. Wadhams, bounce pass. They continue to scrape and claw in there, Mount Roskill.
And Coach Grant Venn very happy with that one, applauding on the sideline as players. A good defensive set on that one.
They didn't allow an easy shot, did they, Stacey?
And of course they earn the next possession.
Guys are jockeying for position, jostling. Shots up by Rakete. When he needs to, he injects himself. He is playing very well and showing great qualities of leadership. Rakete, he really is. Doesn't have to dominate the game all the time, but when the occasion demands, he steps up.
Quick delay in game there. Ezra Ogbuze has checked into the game. He had to remove his wrist bracelet or something.
Ogbuze, okay, well, all of these guys know that, though. They know Magnificent.
Oh, great shot.
That was a Kupa Siave over 3 guys. Adamoana down to Wadhams.
Well, of course, being prepared to play basketball, the great coach John Wooden, one of the first things he taught his players was how to lace their shoes properly.
That was at the start of every season from memory, wasn't it?
So you can't have your laces coming undone in the middle of the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, the other thing was having the appropriate footwear, because if you end up with cuts and bruises.
And Ogbuze, lucky he took that off, because he straight away had an impact on the game. Some good defense here from Mount Roskill. There's no penetrating that zone. 7 on the shot clock. Got to get something off. Choi with the ball. Gets it off. Great awareness.
Okay, Rakite.
Great defensive set there from Mount Roskill. Coach Martin Wins will have to be stoked with that one.
Well, he's got very good material to work with. These guys are keen to learn.
And they put themselves with an opportunity to extend the lead at double figures with a 3-pointer here, and here we go. Unable to execute. 13-second M. Kimmin upset with himself on that one. Great defense there from Rakete. Just got a great all-round game, Rakete. Smart player, great passer.
Just
doing it both
rounder.
Defensively and offensively.
It's a Wadhams, a 3.
Oh,
that was a good shot. You know, that's okay.
In and out.
Siave. Adamoana, the thief in the night. Just wonderful defensive player, Adamoana. You take your eye off the ball, he'll punish you. And I mean that literally. Wadhams takes a step, he turns it over. Down the floor, that's a Siave.
Great shot, protected the ball well with his body.
Brilliant
not allowing
basketball.
the defense to get anywhere near that ball.
Pressure, no Adams, over halfway.
Decides to slow it down, despite the form, and kicks out for the 3.
Adamoana, call is made.
Ogbuze getting rewarded by being active on the rebounding, fighting for those two-upper. I love seeing this kind of work here. Look, you can see him fighting in for position to get the rebound, boxing, and a little. Of course, you getting away with a little push in the back. You've got to try those things. I was going to say before, Wadhams unlucky not to execute on the last Kuruwhipi Toru, sorry. Executes on that one.
Well, playing an important role, Wadhams, to be honest.
And straight back, we have an answer from Siave. Great extended pressure here from St. Bede's, forcing them into a late shot clock attempt. Rakete in there cleaning up. Second, third chance. Great job there from number 13, Zach and Kimmin. Leads still at 7. Opportunity to bring it back to 5 now, St. Bede's. Great drive under composure, unable to execute, a little short on the floater. And Rakete comes up nice and composed, and a fantastic pass that slips through the hands, turns around to a fast break opportunity, but can't execute. Wadhams, great job getting back.
There's an example of the value of Wadhams, and there's an example of a player who works very, very hard. So often would fly under the radar, but the guys he plays with, they know his true value. That is wonderful. Getting back there, saving, honestly saving Mount Roskill's bacon in that situation. Marvellous stuff.
We have Keith Mataroria and Lincoln Tupai Samuel who checked into the game. As Adamoana has a rest, and great passing again. Unable to execute though.
No shot. Lincoln out there with a lot of enthusiasm. Out here looking for a steal. Wants a steal. 3-second call. Okay, 3-second violation. Call there made by referee Hogg.
Great call there, unfortunate. St. Bede's really needed that basket. A minute and a half going, 7 points. Mount Roskill have an opportunity to take it to 10. Buddy Samuel turns it down the shot. Looks to hit the high post.
Ball
and
is
on
loose.
the floor
And
was Cornane.
here comes St. Bede's, and St. Bede's with fury and passion. That was a great pass. That was a great pass from Max McLeod. And now St. Bede's at the free throw line. Yes, it's Cooper Siave at the free throw line, but Max McLeod.
Look at this, all starts from the ground back there. Cornet diving on the ground, allowing this fast break to be initiated. Simple draw and pass.
Beautiful pass from Max McLeod. That's an assist. A true assist. Siave hitting the front. Oh, look at these guys scrapping. Nobody stepped out. That's Siave. And now to McLeod. Can I say something here? That is a marvelous piece of refereeing from Blake Rosanowski. The youngster was within millimeters of the sideline, but he never stepped on it and he never stepped over it, and Blake Rosanowski saw that. Magnificent officiating as well. You got to be sharp around here. These are the Nationals.
And just like that, within 15 seconds, we now have a 3-point game. Heading into the end of a less. Oh!
Okay, they almost pitched it off.
Almost again.
Mataroria, who had the last touch. You see both those guys' heads spin like Linda Blair's. See their heads spin? They were looking for referee Hogg. 51-48, 45.8 seconds left.
Wadhams was open
What
in
is
the
a possibility?
corner.
I thought that maybe somebody stepped on the sideline. Not maybe. I really do. This is Finn Pearson.
Cornane tippy-toes the
Good hustle.
sideline. Gets it out of trouble. Kicks it up the top.
Sulla. Take it to the hoop. That's Harry Cornane.
Not a bad look. Unlucky.
Greenaway down to Wadhams. Wadhams will hold.
And can hold for
Greenaway,
the last possession
Wadhams.
here.
Mataroria. Shot doesn't fall there for Lincoln. Tupui Samuel. May get another shot opportunity. 7 seconds. Wadhams! And nearly made it with a second left. Got to shoot this. Pearson trying to get all the way to the other end. Now, he might not have made the shot in time, but thinking man's player there, Stacey, rather than take the low percentage long jump shot, halfway shot, he tried to get to the basket.
I think he just wasn't really aware of the time, and it
You
was
think
a bit hard to
that's
hear.
what it was?
Be good to just try and maybe draw some contact in some of those occasions. Maybe draw a foul. But anyway, Mount Roskill 51-48. St. Bede's a little bit of a momentum shift there, and able to pull back that lead, which was at one stage out to 7.
I've got to be honest, Stacey, I'm a lot happier now I know who's who, to be frank. And here they are, the Nationals, the number of courts we got here. I think it's 8, or is it 9? Lost count. Had people playing ping pong in the main hall. And the people, can I say this, the officials around this tournament, Basketball New Zealand, the CEO, Mr. Boucher, needs to be informed. The volunteers and the people who've helped to run this tournament have bent over backwards and been so good with the public. Very professional, very courteous, very friendly. They can't do enough for you. We've loved it.
How could you expect anything less from us here in Rangitane region, here in the mighty Manawatu?
And, you know, it was magic, the opening that we had, to know that the locals like us, they enjoy hosting us. I think I heard them say that we were no longer visitors, we were now family. You know, these people, this in a way is their basketball home, so you're being invited into their basketball home. That's pretty significant. For Kata Māori, as I was talking before about the values seen from these kids this week, sportsmanship, consideration for others, respect for the venue. The venue, end of every day that I've been here, has been in immaculate condition. I've seen people walking around, you know, with mops and dusters looking for something to do because they've taken such good care of the place. Everybody, they've shown respect for each other, the players, the teams, and as I said, referees Rosanowski and Hogg have been very good indeed.
Okay, Ben, here we go. 51-48. St. Bede's can tie it up here.
McLeod inbounded to Sulla. Sulla has the ball now, trying to find a way around Waitonga, but Waitonga, marvellous defensive effort from him. Greenaway over to Osman. Osman, right side, Aramoana. It has it pinched. Okay. Aramoana.
I really think Cutbush is going to be an impact player in this next quarter for St. Bede's.
Cutbush. Aramoana, though, he didn't stand there looking sad because they pinched the ball off them. Straight back
and
on
there you go, he's got another one.
Aramoana having a fight for it here. Aramoana! Aramoana! The magic of Aramoana. I'll tell you about it. Twice he's received a tough pass. Once chased down the floor, got it back here, and now comes up with a basket. Aramoana with all the odds against him and makes the shot.
As he goes to the Paihara.
He is a mighty guard. Aramoana there missing the free throw. Whistles from referee Hogg, the Nelsonian.
So we had a line violation there. Someone moved in before the shot was released. 53-48, 9:16 remaining.
Sulla, Marco. Marco versus Rakiti. Lovely pass there to McLeod. McLeod trying to get to the basket. Man, it's rough and tumble in there. Finn Pearson. That was tremendous. You watch Pearson here. You watch him fall. You watch him hit the back of his head on the deck. I hope he's okay. Look at Pearson here in the 10. McLeod, I think, drives to the basket. Pearson up hard. Pearson being bounced around. Pearson to the floor. He is made of stern stuff. Now Rosanowski and Hogg. Corey and Blake lead and trail. Aramoana. Tell you what, he can take a licking and keep on ticking, Stacey. These point guards are tough. Osman, head fake, over to Aramoana. Lets a couple of guys go by and then finds Osman.
Just so level-headed. What a great play. Pump fakes, two guys go by and he turns down the three for a layup.
Very clever player. Smart player, isn't he?
Nice hard hedge on the on ball, or putting a lot of pressure on these handoffs and screens.
Cutbush over to Sulla. Sulla down the middle, a big guy there.
Great.
Referee Rosanowski.
Great drive here from Marco Sulla. After some extended pressure and a shot clock running down, finally gets a one-on-one opportunity. And the help just a little bit stagnant there. Greenaway just needed to move his feet. As we have Van Hooven coming back into the game.
Daniel Van Hooven. I saw the St. Bede's assistant coach, Calvin Fisher, animated down there on the sideline, and the passion of these guys comes through. You know, the players pick up on it. McLean, or rather, Max McLeod, rather. McLeod to the basket. Making the shot there, Max McLeod. Aramoana finding Osman. Osman for Rakiti, driving by Rakiti. Another loose one. Verhoeven has it. Verhoeven does well. And from the corner was a Cutbush.
There goes my man Cutbush. You could just tell watching this young man throughout the game and this level-headedness. He's in the fourth quarter and he's stepping up for his team when they need it most.
I tell you what, some superb camera work too, if I can say. You know, I was thinking about the reaction of the bench after a big play. Well, no, I wasn't actually. I borrowed that. But the truth of the matter is, you cut to the crowd, see these guys, the passion, they roar. The raw emotion of it. 55-53. Well, sometimes you can pick up on a great idea. 55-53. 7 minutes, 53 seconds.
Oh, Ben, we've been very lucky, haven't we? The games that we've been given have been nail-biters, real nail-biters. And some great basketball being played as well.
Something about court 5, there's a strange grey mist coming up from it. It's been brilliant here. I've enjoyed it. And you know what? The sportsmanship, every hand has been shaken after every game. Every player, every referee, there's a bond there. They all want the same thing. To be around basketball, just to be near it, to be outside the stadium and hear the crowd cheer, to know that there's someone in the gym, that camaraderie, that sense of community, that sense of belonging. It's something that some of us have never had. So 55-53.
Here we go, Aramoana with the ball. What can he draw up? They're overloading the right-hand side, getting the ball to the corner. Looks like they're in a bit of a man-to-man. We've changed up the defense a bit.
Get that. Okay, back in was a Tonga. Well, it's the front from Rakite. Nice rebound there by Kemen. And here once again is Tonga. And Tonga a little long. Another rebound. This is Greenaway. Greenaway. Blocked from behind by Pearson. Pearson there. He came down like a ton of bricks. Did you see that? Watch this one, Pearson. Watch Pearson here. Man alive. Death from above. Greenaway. Over to Tonga. Tonga. Has it back here. Going to have to come up with something. Pearson dismayed by the call. And here he is. You've got to have both feet set. You make a judgment. He was vertical. And Pearson.
Nonetheless, the call's been made, and number 23, Waitonga, is at the line, at the Paihara, and able to convert on his first kuru tautuku.
Can you explain something for us, Stacey? You would know that principle of verticality for a defender. What does it mean, that cylinder? Can you?
Yeah, so on that instance, I thought number 10, Pearson, he was jumped up vertically, but maybe there was contact on the side of his body. That's maybe what the referee saw. I thought he was quite unfortunate.
Verhoeven, okay, and putback isn't made, Verhoeven. But when we talk about a body cylinder, you've got to stay inside your cylinder. What does that mean, that defensive principle, verticality? What does it mean?
I guess imagine standing inside a rubbish bin with no lid or no bottom, and that cylinder goes up you all the way up to the sky. That's your cylinder.
You can't reach outside that, or push your elbows out, or push your knees out, or anything else. McLeod to the basket. That is a tremendous aggressive play by McLeod.
And he's coming up big in the fourth quarter, isn't he? Both these two guards.
That is a wonderful play by McLeod. McLeod getting to another level himself.
I just love seeing the ball in Aramoana's hands. You know there's going to be some good decisions made.
Okay. Trying to get down the baseline, really tough. McLeod has it. Will he get there? Rakiti there. Rakiti there. McLeod. Man, if he'd made that shot drop, this place would have come apart. McLeod with Rakiti to the right. Goes left. Swings through. And the ball teetered on top of the rim. Nearly made it.
He's able to keep a calm mind and slow down his heart rate and nail down the free throw.
How do they do it, Stacey? How do you stay calm when all this is going on around you?
Repetition and training, right? These guys have been here before. Most of them are probably year 13s. Great passing. Oh, a bit of a collision. Oh, my dear.
I hope the boys are okay. They're teammates, obviously. Verhoeven.
He gets up smiling, Noel Pearson, but look at the deltoids on him. No wonder he's getting up.
I wouldn't mind. What on earth happened? So you got these two guys. So Verhoeven there. Pearson hit his chin on his shoulder.
Just a shoulder to the back. Lucky that wasn't head to head. Could have been a little bit worse.
Well, that would have hurt.
So nonetheless, both players are back on their feet and they have taken the lead 58-57 to St. Bede's here in the fourth quarter.
Tell you what, Stacey, I know it's probably not the right time to say, okay, McLeod hustling. Talk about how to handle pressure, matter of repetition and being here before. I must admit, for my own part, if I was thrown out there now, I'd probably squeal and run behind the head coach. You know, these games are very, very close. 1 point games, tense. Aramoana playing against him would not be easy. Ball hits the side of the rim, saved back in by Greenaway. Yeah, well, here it is. This is what happened. Pearson's the 10. Pearson's the 10. And there, on the back of the head there of Antonio Verhoeven. Here now is Pearson. Pearson out wide. Tough shot, couldn't get the angle on the square. Bounce pass here to Wadhams. Wadhams, he gets by McLeod. Backboard comes into play. Here now is Sulla, Marco Sulla. Oh, great pass by the captain. Great pass by Rakiti. Incredible pass from the skipper.
As we're straight back down the other end. Marco Sulla turns down the three. Great extra pass, and there's our man, Troy Cutbush.
Cutbush,
gives his team a 2-point lead.
Rakiti. It's a 2-point game. There are 5 minutes left. Turn around Greenaway. You know what? That might be the only easy basket that I've seen scored.
Well, they've had that shot all night. It just hasn't been dropping, Ben, so it's only a matter of time before it's going to keep dropping.
Verhoeven, Sola, now McLeod. McLeod now attacking the basket. Taking the ball to the basket. Drawing some defense. And Coach Grant Venn having a word, the St. Bede's head coach. Wants a word. Timeout has been called. Time by St. Bede's. 61 all.
As we head over to the St. Bede's huddle there in the timeout with 4.5 minutes to go. Neither team in too much foul trouble. Only 2 for both, so neither team in the bonus with 4 minutes to go.
What's your message here, Stacey? You're the coach of St. Bede's. Your message to St. Bede's.
Well, you've just gotten some momentum. They've just started getting the swing back, so it's probably just about settling them down and not rushing into some silly decisions. So running, executing plays that they want to run, not trying to win it right now, but just keep grinding away on that lead.
Now, you're the coach now of Mount Roskill. What's your message to them?
We're trying to regather ourselves and slow down the momentum that the other team has hit, to remind them to have confidence in their strategy that they've been having. The passing, hitting the corners and hitting the short corners and the high post has been very, very favourable for them the whole game. Just give them the confidence to execute those shots. The defensive energies both from great end from both teams on the whole game.
I've heard it said that the small details are important. You know, not yelling your head off and trying to fire the boys up, whatever, but the details are important.
And I think not giving them too much to talk about too. Maybe 2, maybe 3 things to focus on. And I also like to give players a little bit of time for them to communicate amongst themselves. I mean, these guys have been playing basketball for a while now. They're young men, and when they get together, they come up with some great ideas.
61-61. You talk about the fact they're young men. Some things have changed. I saw one of the lads out there earlier, mum waving away, and he gave her a little wave back. Some things change, some things don't. 4 minutes, 29 seconds. Marco.
Not allowing.
Inbounds to Cutbush. Cutbush saves it in.
Great save
Verhoeven
by
in the baseline. Verhoeven desperately.
Shot clock.
Shot clock violation there.
Great defensive execution there from Mount Roskill. able to force the team into a difficult shot.
Greenaway to inbound. Tudaketi, will he come back for the ball? No, this is Dan Greenaway coming for the ball from his brother.
Back to Mitchell
and then
Greenaway.
back to him. Greenaway out of Moana. 61 all. These guys are, as you say, Stacey, experienced and not a bundle of nerves. Still, I want to get inside. Wadhams.
Yeah, caught with his hand in the cookie jar there, Siave.
Rakiti, just his body language is exactly what you want from a captain. Not flustered.
Very cleverly walking over there to get a few more breaths in.
Just an organiser. Wadhams. Back to Arakite, the three-pointer with form. You know, he knows what he wants to do, and he knows how to do it.
Well, it's always the big danger of not guarding the inbounder. When you inbound the ball, you've always got to cover the inbounder, so that was a well-designed play there.
Verhoeven there. Went into Greenaway, but still, even as he fell backward, was able to make the shot.
Great answer.
Sometimes brick wall meets brick wall. Greenaway there into Pearson. Pearson, that call went against him earlier. That time he gets it his way. So sometimes there are things that don't work, there are things that do.
Lovely screen up the top from Pearson, but he's hooked him on his leg. Now here's Aramoana. This is something for the players at home.
Tell us what happened here.
This is why you
Stacey.
have to fight over every screen. This is why you got to fight, because here we see that the screener comes up to set the screen. He's still moving. Actually, Aramoana didn't do a lot to do there. That was just a moving screen. Hit him from behind. Nonetheless, that's a good encouragement to players to fight over those screens so you can get the call from the referee on a moving screen.
Aramoana, Rakete, who leads by example. There's no question about that, Wadhams.
Ball in and out. Lovely passing around, getting through the hands. Good shot.
Rebound, Antonio. Antonio holds the ball.
Turns down the on ball, and just really matador defense there by Mount Roskill. Haven't seen that from them all night.
Cooper Siave making the shot. Greenaway guarded by him.
Good deflection.
Siave wanted the call. Look at the eyes there, the total focus, the hard concentration.
Now let's keep an eye on the inbounder again here. Here we go, inbounder. No, not on mark this time.
Greenaway, the two guys on him now is in trouble.
Good double team by
Siave stole the ball from him. Siave in a halfway over, double dribble. Another very, very good call from referee Rosanowski, who has had an excellent game. 65-64. You know, a critical call at a time like that, if he'd missed it, just not what you want.
Rakete with the ball up top, gets a screen from Aramoana. Skip pass to the weak side.
Kitty.
Again, just Mount Roskill able to move the ball around with ease, and we have who do we have coming in? Cornane, a great substitution. Cornane's had a great impact on the game.
No panic from Rakiti, is there? Never panics.
And there he goes as the inbounder gets another shot, unable to draw iron on that. Kuru Whiwhitoru.
Okay, Siave, now we have a whistle here from referee Hogg.
So I think the shot clock...
There's something amiss. What is it? What's wrong?
I think all they've done is they've reset the shot clock on the release of the hand. Then the ball hasn't hit the rim. And so the team never really got their full 24 seconds. So they just added a few more seconds on the shot clock.
My God, they're sharp, these officials. I'll tell you that now. Here is Antonio. Well, did that go through the ring or not? I mean, is there a hole in the net? There might be a hole in the net.
St. Bede's just continuing on with this momentum. What are Mount Roskill going to do to answer here?
Ryan Adamoana, 68-64.
They're looking composed, but they need to get the ball inside.
Adamoana bounced past nicely. In there to Greenaway, gave him the ball, and again, well, they missed a couple of very important shots from point-blank range.
Coach Grant Venn signalling to his team to slow the ball down. Obviously, with a 4-point lead, you don't want to rush a shot.
That's almost unimaginable that Mount Roskill could miss those 2 shots. They've been so good. They've been very, very good. Boys on the bench. Okay, ball held at the moment by McLeod. And they've turned it over here. St. Bede's, Aramoana. Aramoana hit the floor. Aramoana has lived to fight another day. Look at Aramoana here. Got a steal. Straight to the basket. They were to the left of him. They were to the right of him. And into the valley of the free throw lane he went and drew the foul. This young man is an excellent role model, as well as being a very good player.
Well, what turned out to be possibly not a great foul has turned out okay because he's not able to execute.
He has been knocked around, Adamoana. I'm not joking. He has taken a lot of knocks. Made neither free throw.
Oh,
needed
St.
to do
Bede's
that.
really needed to skewer that two-dupper. Fortunate to come away with it.
Missed it there, so a minute. A 4-point game. Antonio has it, man. They reached around the body there. They really did, Mount Roskill. Adamoana to the hoop. To the hoop. Adamoana.
Great chase down from Cutbush, who's able to block him from behind here. Look at him chasing him from behind. After the turnover. After the turnover here. Here he goes, he's off. Look at Cutbush, chases him down and blocks him from behind.
But you know what I love from Adamoana? He didn't react to it, didn't scream for a foul. He cut my arm off. He's just totally focused on the inbounds play. Greenaway has it. Greenaway turning to the left. The shots aren't dropping. Something has happened. Something has changed. Because Mount Roskill were making those shots 3/4 of the game. And now St. Bede's score a 6-point lead. They have turned it around, St. Bede's. Mount Roskill, 28 seconds, a try and air ball. They are animated. The coaches are up over there on the sidelines. I can understand why. It's a 6-point game.
Anything can happen here. They've got to protect the ball, look after it.
Antonio Verhoeven. Here now, wow. And he went down to the floor. That was a Cooper Siame. Still has the ball. Don't want to turn it over now. 10 seconds left. Max over there. They've done enough. They've won by 6. St. Bede's College under head coach Grant Finn and Calvin Fisher. They have come through and they did that magnificently. They were under the hammer. At times it seemed as if all was lost. And somehow they've done it. Stacey, your reaction to what you just saw?
Fantastic game. Very fortunate to be a part of such an awesome display of officiating and playing and coaching. A great comeback witnessed here from St. Bede's, who just dug it out and stuck in there. Mount Roskill, what a performance. I just feel for them.
They were dominant. They dominated the game.
The entire game. Wasn't until the 4th quarter that St. Bede started to take over. And that's all it takes, right? It's just one quick momentum shift, couple of big shots, and the game can be swung around.
It takes a team with a deep, powerful self-knowledge and belief in itself to do that, because it looked as if the game had gotten away from them, but they hung in there. I got to say, I thought that Max McLeod was very good. Obviously, Cutbush, Verhoeven, but all of them I couldn't put one on top of another because they needed every player to come through, which is what they did. A win of real character for Grant Venn St. Bede's College. And here on Whakata Maori, here at the Nationals, character means something. What do you think, Stacey? How much guts did they show?
Oh, look, you couldn't ask for more. Both teams, after losing their first game, needed to have a good, strong performance. At the end of the day, somebody had to walk off being second place. I wish we could award first place to both, but at the end of the day, basketball is the winner. It's been great being a part of this presentation today. Thank you for everybody to come in, and we have a quarter-final coming up next. So don't go too far. Hang around for some more fantastic action here on Whakata Māori.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
This is a call to action.
It was really hard to try and keep it together every day.
I need some help.
Simple tools.
Is he here with his body or is he up here with his hinengaro?
For parents in need.
E tino he hena hau ki te whakapakari, i ahau anō.
Tāhua. Mai te tirohanga Māori. Kids don't come with a manual with Nathan Wallace. Ki whakata Māori, me Māori Plus.
So sponsorship from New Zealand Carbon Farming has been fantastic for our sports teams actually who went away to tournament week. We're a community who's driven by sport, but often money and the cost of travel, accommodation and uniform can be a barrier for some of our students. And to come out with a new uniform for a number of sports, particularly our basketball teams who've been away at nationals, has been uplifting for the students and for our community. The support from Carbon Farming has been wonderful.
Without them, then we wouldn't look like this.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
You want your tamariki to be a part of the community. Keep getting all these feelings like he's never going to fit.
That gets pretty hard.
I'm so grateful that Clara has answered those prayers.
There's just always this bias away from our tamariki. We really need this done.
Our code of compliance, it's a big thing, and we ain't gonna just stop because we're stressed.
Super Kura, ki whakata Māori, me Māori Plus.
Kia ora everyone and welcome to day 2 of the Boston New Zealand Secondary School Nationals. We have ourselves a ball game here with the A girls quarterfinal, Aquinas College versus Te Kura Kaupapa Maori o Te Kura Kokiri. I'm Maya Williamson and I'm here with Double D, Ryan Double Dam. Hello Ryan.
Hello Maya, it's good to be here. Quarterfinal action this early in the tournament for the small schools. So we're looking forward to a good contest between these two teams.
Absolutely. Aquinas College unbeaten thus far. Haven't really had much of a contest from anyone so far, with Sophie Rogers and Emma Rogers leading the way for those guys. Te Kura Kokiri, not as much of a successful tournament so far, but you never know what can happen, right?
Yeah, look, it's knockout basketball. Get some irrational confidence going, shoot the lights out, you never know what can happen.
You never know. I think we're going to head over to some team lists shortly, if I am correct. All right, I'll take it away on this one. For Te Kura Kokiri, Rihiata, Tukoko, Kaya Gates, Janae Gates, Paria Fiafi Biel, Hine Ramihi Biel, Ihipira Nuku, Te Kaya Hite Haora, Maya Tapiata, Nai Wakauko Kohunui, Putiputi Kohunui, Te Urutapu Tiapa, Hine Rangi Jennings, coached by Kiharoa Nuku and assisted by Rawi Nuku. And let's head over to Aquinas College with some familiar names in there.
For Aquinas College, as the graphic's about to appear for us, we've got Kalia Gardner-Hano, Enika Cartwright, Mariah Gardner-Hano, Sophie Rogers, Shadeen McDonald, Amelia Jeffrey, Emma Rogers, Isabel Gillard, and Casey Ririnui. Coached by Mike Rogers, assistant coach Maru Ririnui.
I'm excited for this one.
Yes, we've got a New Zealand rep player for Aquinas College who recently qualified for the World Cup earlier in the year, Emma Rogers.
Yep. She's had an epic tournament so far. Oh, yes, our referees here today. Can't forget Team Grey, Olivia Murray and Alana Tomlinson. Absolute legends.
Yeah, without the referees and the volunteers, tournaments like these would not be able to go ahead. So
Absolutely.
Big shout out to them.
I think we have 68 referees, if I'm right, at this tournament, which is pretty incredible.
Damn near one for each team. As we get some running repairs on the net or the rim or something, too many dunks perhaps.
Did you dunk it a little bit too hard there, Ryan?
No. The only dunk I've ever thrown down was in Hungary last year when they had some 8-foot rims on the side of the school gym. And
you're
I could
like,
actually
this is me.
Yeah.
This is me.
This
is my opportunity.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, he's taking the entire net off.
We're getting a brand new net. Yeah, looks like we've got a bit of a delay as we've got 3 minutes still on the game clock counting down.
Oh, now we have to talk for 3 more minutes. Emma Rogers and Sophie Rogers actually were development players with the Whai in the Tauihi League this year, which has been great for their development, especially with the introduction of the Rapid League. They got to actually see the court a little bit, which is pretty cool for those two.
Yeah, a number of high school players getting involved with development players in the Tauihi League. Sophie also trialled for the Junior Tour Ferns. Unfortunately didn't make it, but they were off to Papua New Guinea on, the journey starts on Saturday as they look to qualify for their Asia Cup.
Am I correct in saying that you are heading over to Papua New Guinea also?
I am. Fortunate enough to be the assistant coach and help guide these young women to see if we can eventually make it to the World Cup in 2025.
Oh, 25. Well, that's a long way away.
So 3-year process. Year 1 this year, you're going to get top 2 in Oceania. If we qualify for the Asia Cup, we're going to get top 4 next year and then off to Worlds.
Got a pretty good group though, right?
Yeah, I think we're quite talented. A lot of girls spread out across the country that is a real talent for basketball. The youngest Ledger Walker in our team, Tanika.
Famous name. So we shouldn't be too far, although the net has entirely come off the hoop. So these men are hard at work.
They'll get it done. If we look back at qualifiers, Aquinas College finished 3rd. I believe it was an Opunaki Tikotu final.
Right, okay.
For the North Island qualifiers, with Te Kura Kokiri finishing 7th.
Yeah, so definitely Aquinas, the favourites heading into today's ball game. Also, they'd be hungry for a first place finish here at this tournament as they missed out by 1 last year, coming home with the silver. Sisters Emma and Sophie made the tournament team last year for Aquinas, to no surprise.
Well, highly likely they'll make it again this year.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised.
Especially considering there's only 8 teams, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think they'll snag their way in there. Sophie Rogers, also head girl of Aquinas College.
Head girl of Aquinas College. Certainly punch above their weight. Came up against my school, Palmerston North Boys High School, came up against Aquinas in the 3-on-3 and dropped some games to them earlier in the year. So for a small school, they're certainly bit of a basketball powerhouse.
Love to see it.
As our maintenance men race against the clock to see who will get it done
Putting in
first.
some serious work over there. Oh, we've got a nice little close-up of some great kicks over here. Our camera director telling me that these are some cool shoes. Great array of colours. I've seen a lot of great kicks here at this tournament, Ryan. I don't know about you, but...
Who would you say would be your top 4 teams in the kick department?
Oh, I don't think I've noted it down necessarily. Do you have an answer for that?
I don't. It's a loaded question where I couldn't help you out on.
Kind of threw me under the bus there a little bit. Can't lie.
Maybe tomorrow when we're commentating at 10:45 we can rehash that question.
We'll
and we'll
go do our
this
research, come back, see if we've got a better answer for you guys. We are almost done here. working away. I'm actually unsure of what the issue was. Appreciate the work nonetheless.
Almost done.
Sorry, everyone, for the little delay. Ryan, I believe Andrew asked you a loaded question yesterday as well about a possible rule change that you would induct if you were head of...
Initially, I thought, oh, could we shorten the shot clock maybe to 20 seconds? And then we got on to a topic about a power play. And I broached the idea you nominate a player for a 3-minute period throughout the game and their points are worth double.
Oh, interesting. Just one 3-minute period, that's it?
Just one 3-minute period. So, for example, all right, perhaps Sophie Rogers in this game, she gets cooking. All right, I'm going to make a signal for the next 3 minutes, 2 points are worth double.
Does the other team know?
See, that's the nuance that we've got to work out, like, because it changes the tactics, right?
Yeah, because then obviously, you just throw a double team at them and then see ya.
But also that could play in a part. All right, I've got actually great teammates that will play 4-on-3 on the backside. I don't know, spitballing ideas.
That's an interesting wee theory you've got going on there.
What would you?
I like the idea of a power play. I like the idea of a 4-point shot. Wouldn't add much, but
I saw some deep threes yesterday.
This is true.
As Aquinas win the tip and get underway, and almost a blooper moment.
We've all been there at one point. Emma Rogers has got a nasty left-hand hezzy and just does it straight away.
Takes the errant poke in the eye, gets the N1.
Don't think she can see. She will go to the line for just a single kuru tautaku. Watch out for that left-hand hezzy.
I have seen Sophie Rogers shoot, and she could be in for some of those 4-pointers if they were ever
I think she would love it. She's a sniper. And I jinxed her with my deadly commentator's curse.
Along with the back of the tupper.
She still looks like she's battling with her eye.
Yeah. Finger in the eye is no good for no one. They do retain the ball, though. Another left-hand drive. Not get that one to go, though.
Good move, though. Able to create for herself off the dribble. No good on that one. Cassie, there will not be many rebounds being taken over her, that's for sure.
They certainly will have the advantage in the rebounding department in this afternoon's clash.
Nuku going inside. Really nice ball movement there for Kokiri, and they get a kuru whiwhi toru from the corner.
Over the contested hand, could have argued there could have been an N1 as well.
Love to see it. Sophie Rogers, excellent use of the on-ball screen that I've seen from her this tournament. Also a great 3-point shooter.
Long off the tupper. Kura Kokiri dropping back into their 2-3 zone.
And another kuru whiwhi toru from the corner. A hot start for both teams.
Mariah Gardner-Hano to reply. Man-to-man defense here by Aquinas. Passive coverage on the ball screen. Opens up the lane.
That's a nice take there. Draws the foul. Can't see the number. We've got Beal here coming to the line. Here we will see. Takes advantage of the late switch. Well done. See, I don't like to comment during free throws because they just always miss when I do. Good on the first kuru tautaku. Damn it. Offensive rebound, though. That's a big thing this tournament. Hard shot as she fades away. Well contested. Don't know from what you've seen, but I've seen a lot of O-boards going on.
Coach killer, right?
Yeah, massive coach killer. Free throws.
I've also seen yesterday, I noticed a lot of what Ross McMahons would term as a clapback. One team scores and within 3 seconds it's down the other end. So defensive transition, some offensive rebounding.
Across the board, right? Like girls, boys.
Yeah. single A, double A.
Yeah. Even getting into the New Zealand age groups, Toihi, NBL, I feel like these are all lapses that New Zealand struggles with.
Yeah. As a country, I don't think we, particularly on the girls' side, but we don't rebound particularly well.
No, definitely not.
Just it's not natural for us as shot goes up to go crack someone, get the rebound.
We're not tough little Aussies. Sister to sister on ball. No help whatsoever. A little bit too open there for Emma Rogers, but cleaned up.
Poor communication there on the dribble handoff, which if they were in their 2-3 zone, someone should have been back there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nonetheless, they gave up the bucket. Side-to-side action for Te Kura Kokiri.
Not an aggressive use of that on ball, having to chuck up a long three-point shot.
Toru Fifi Toru is short.
Now, I'm not sure if anyone saw that, but Sophie Rogers had an epic box out just then, doing it exactly how she should be. Made a lot of contact. Not a big girl, so has to work a little bit extra hard. Again, exact same action.
Help sides there that time, forces the miss. Offensive rebound. And the hara committed by Te Kura Kokiri.
Cassie Iriri Nui cleans up the O-boards to no surprise. Te Kura Kokiri, not much size to match Cassie.
So looks like the coach for Te Kura Kokiri would be talking about the miscommunication on back-to-back handoffs on the left-hand side as Emma Rogers gets to her favoured left hand.
What's your preferred coverage there, Ryan?
At the angle she's been using, I might be switch to contain. If it was a bit wider and a bit deeper in the corner, perhaps it through to avoid some mismatches.
I think it was an easy switch, especially guard to guard. Aquinas. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Bit of an extended pressure here from Aquinas, matching up full court.
Yeah, you love to see it.
Trying to see if they can get some cheap turnovers, maybe waste a bit of shot clock.
Aquinas College, a slim 4-point lead, just over 3 minutes have passed here today. Tries to fight over that screen, Emma, but can't quite. Away with the races they go. Sophie Rogers does a really good job to draw that foul in transition.
Hara committed by Kaya Gates of Te Kura Kokiri.
Gonna see that one more time. Speedy Gonzalez, and yep, all over her.
Just a hand coming down late.
Another thing, foul discipline. Seen a lack of that at this tournament so far here today. Especially in transition, just stay vertical.
Yeah, she was out of control there a little bit. Sophie, I would have liked to have seen the hand stay straight up, make her make a layup. Tough. It's on the left-hand side as well. It's a right-handed shooter.
If she makes it, cup high, move on. Aquinas College applying a little bit more pressure. Handled well by Te Kura Kokiri. Super aggressive backcourt pressure here.
Yeah. Bit of space now to work with as Sophie fakes the Kuro Fifi Toru and drives and draws another hara. This time it is on.
We're going to see that one more time. A really great use of the shot fake as they run out at her. Able to split that gap. Yep, great work.
When you know to the scout on yourself, it becomes a little bit easier to manipulate. Pump fake the Kuro Fifi Toru.
And she's difficult to guard because she's able to create off the dribble, but also a really good shooter. So sometimes it is difficult to defend that.
She splits the pair of Kuru Tukus.
And Te Kura Kokiri away with the races here. And just another foul committed in transition.
Amelia Gaffney with the hara.
And Hine Beale will go to the line to shoot a pair of Kuru Totoku's Aquinas College. 6-point lead with just over 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. Not a totally high-scoring game.
It feels a bit stop-starty at the moment.
It does, yeah. I feel like there's no real flow we've been able to get into just yet. No good on that first one. Looking for her second. Yes. So Emma Rogers here will deal with some pressure. Does so quite well.
Can't allow those kicker heads to allow Sophie to play with space. despite missing the layup.
Nice take there and a nice little runner. Mariah Gardner-Hano, co-captain alongside Sophie Rogers.
Pushes their lead out to 8 points. Is to Kokiri, looks for some offensive flow, bit of a rhythm.
Not a whole lot of movement here, but well done to draw 2. You can see she was looking for that corner kick out, but just well defended by Aquinas, and a great transition play here. Well done and a nice finish.
Aquinas are doing a good job on Nuku as she looks to drive, just swamping that lane and daring her to either shoot over contested hands or making a clean pass out to her shooters.
And they've done a good job of staying vertical, playing clean defense. Liking the use of that high on ball there. Good kick out to the corner. Tough shot to make. And Aquinas doing a really good job of capitalising on these turnovers and going in transition. Now extending their lead out to 12.
It's about their 5th or 6th look in transition. They haven't made them all, but they're quality looks. And just like that, the lead is shot out to double digits. As Mike Rogers looks to get some subs in.
Punishing defence. Yeah, and that's a really good job from Sophie Rogers to anticipate that pass coming.
Good deflection, forcing the turnover.
Doing a good job at not allowing Te Kura to get into any offence, really. They are having to throw up contested shots late in the shot clock. Ooh, well saved, well saved.
Got away with one there. Dribble handoff, nice little flare screen for the shooter.
Yeah, I really like that.
Ooh.
That's a really
Quick
nice
pass.
offence.
Bit of misdirection there. You got Emma Rogers going to her strong hand, and then you've got Sophie, the shooter, flaring off the big screen. So multiple options in one little situation.
Had a great look there as well. Can't finish, but happy with that. Great penetration,
Nice
great.
pass.
Yeah, that's really nice. Can't finish, but right idea for sure. Emma Rogers, PG. She loves her hezzy. Nice that Te Kura is communicating on that little handoff there now.
Good job by Aquinas just making the next read as Isabel Gillard slips into the post.
Going to see a foul in transition there. Not a terrible foul to slow the ball, force them to set up in the half court. They haven't had a lot of success in their walk-up half-court sets so far. Aquinas, quite a good half-court defensive team.
Yeah, they do a good job of protecting the paint.
For sure.
Currently giving up only 5 points in 6 minutes.
A little bit out of control there. Great wall-up defense. Aquinas.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job just being there, hands straight up.
100%. Textbook defense.
Not bailing the offensive player out.
Oh, that's a great look. Manages to keep it in play. Sophie Rogers takes advantage of the gap.
Step through. Nice extra pass.
3 seconds to work with. Emma Rogers. Plenty of time. Can't get that one to go, though. Mariah Gardner-Hano does a good job to slow transition. Te Kura have had actually quite a few nice looks the last few possessions, just unable to finish the bunnies.
Just got to go a fraction slower, maybe play off her 2 feet every now and then. Try and get the, off the backboard, use the glass a bit.
Yeah,
Nice
great
slip.
fundamental skill to be able to finish off 2 feet.
Beautiful slip there by Gillard, but cannot control the basketball. The poru.
I like Emma and Sophie Rogers, their ability to hit the roll off of the screen.
Your big's got to have their hands
Classy.
ready at all times.
Yeah, for sure, especially if you're rolling off a ball screen. Expect the ball at all times.
I tell my players at school, if someone's not looking and you hit them in the head, the ball, I'll buy you a Big Mac. So either they're looking to make the pass or they're always looking at the basketball. Once in 13 years I've actually had to buy a Big Mac.
Oh, really? Once in 13 years?
Yeah.
Crikey. Obviously done a good job there. Timeout called by, I'm assuming, Te Kura Kokiri, as they have a 11-point deficit with just under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Thoughts so far, Ryan?
Look, I think they'll be talking about perhaps stopping the transition looks where they've built majority of their lead, but more recently is giving up that slip pass. Rotating across a little bit earlier, being active and seeing if they can kind of force Aquinas to play on the perimeter a bit more. Offensively, look, I'm not sure what their playbook's like, but if they're right-handed drivers, probably bringing the ball to the left-hand side to initiate the offense, and
100%.
maybe some secondary drives with some good spacing, because right now it feels like they're just driving into walls without any secondary movement or secondary drives.
Yeah, I don't think they're really making Aquinas work too much, trying to penetrate into still defence, and Aquinas is doing a good job at staying all up, and to their credit, they are a really good defensive team, especially on the perimeter. A little bit more movement, maybe to get some looks for Hinabeel or Ihipera Nuku, who've done a good job at penetrating so far. I think it is going to be a Aquinas position, and Emma Rogers will go at PG. Kura Kokiri looking to apply some full court. Nope, just kidding. As I say that, they turn and go.
What are they going to drop back into their zone? Yeah, 2-3 zone.
Been a lot of zone this tournament.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I'm not, for our overall long-term development of our athletes in New Zealand, I don't think playing a lot of zone is the answer.
I totally agree. You can understand at a tournament every now and then, obviously wanting to preserve some bodies. But yeah, definitely not the best way to develop athletes defensively.
And even offensively, so making decisions out of dribble handoffs or pick and rolls or off-ball screens, because zones just end up switching it and attacking the paint. Not a lot of decision-making has been learned.
Totally agree.
As Aquinas get back into transition, but Kura Kokiri do a good job getting back.
Interesting shot, pull up mid-range in transition, but if it goes, it goes.
Sometimes the result doesn't mean it's a good shot, though. However, it's 2 points to Aquinas nonetheless. 13-point
lead now for them, just under 2 minutes to go in this quarter. Kura Kokiri struggling to score in the half court. A lot of movement going on here, but not a lot of intentional movement.
Are they running the triangle? They look like elements of the triangle.
I can't really tell.
Cut through, made a triangle, then we had the pinch post. Whether they did that on purpose or by accident, we'll keep an eye on it.
Sophie Rogers.
2 in a row. See? 3 power play. Power play, let's go. Double up.
Heat up, heat up.
2 in a row, let's call it.
That's 6 points right there.
Turnover on the inbounds from Kura Kokiri as Sophie goes, nice little dish.
That's nice. Does a really good job there to elevate the defender with a shot fake and then dump off the pass.
Aquinas found a nice rhythm here in the last 90 seconds.
Lead almost out to 20 for them now. Kura Kokiri building a good job at organising her team. Emma Rogers able to anticipate that one. One thing I noticed about her from the other day, she anticipates defensive plays super well.
Perhaps a bit of netball then?
Yeah, looked like it, eh?
She's, nice long levers as well. Seems quite athletic. It's the first time I've seen her play properly.
Only year 11.
Nice.
Aggressive screen coverage there. Looked like it might have been a drop, so I think she quite recovered over.
We'd like to see that dish to the Kura Kokiri player in the corner there. A nice open jump shot. As surprised Sophie turned down the open look, but got even a better look for her sister.
Boom!
Obliges on the Kura Fifi Toru.
Great three-point shooting in the first quarter here from Aquinas. Big game changer. The ability to shoot the 3 ball.
Pushes their lead out to 21, and they should end up with the last position in the quarter, all things being equal.
Nice O-board there. Strong move. Can't get it to go, but second and third chance opportunities allows them to now go to the free throw line.
Yeah, about 3 2-uppers there.
Ka Pai. Kohunui here. Sorry, I read her number wrong. Hitsi Haura with 2 Kuru Totokus here. Well done.
First one's good.
In a period where they struggled to score, anything you can get to go is positive for these guys.
Sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop, and the best way is to get to the free throw line.
No good on that one, and Aquinas will end up with the ball for the last position of this quarter.
10 seconds to go.
Assuming we're going to see no ball screen here.
Let's give it to the best shooter in the game and let her shoot.
Double rims, not the friendliest in the world. End of the first quarter, Aquinas take a dashing 20-point lead, holding Kura Kokiri to only 6 points in a quarter.
Yeah, it's always going to be tough for Te Kura Kokiri, but what I'd like to see, if they're going to get back in this game, perhaps changing up some of their defence, maybe a trapping man or a triangle and two on the Rogers system to really disrupt them and see if they can get some easy transition baskets.
And I mean, you've really got nothing to lose if you apply some kind of full court pressure, right? I think they started doing it a little bit at the beginning, but...
Absolutely. Offensively, Aquinas have had pretty much anything they wanted, so a bit of aggressiveness or a bit of pressure to just make them a bit uncomfortable perhaps could result in some turnovers or a lower field goal percentage and some leakouts.
And from what I've seen so far, Emma Rogers and Sophie Rogers, all the threes they've attempted have been relatively open. And obviously, as we know, a zone kind of baits that a little bit. So obviously you don't want to give them what they want, right? They're getting into their rhythm, and that's why they've scored 26 points in a quarter.
And you could, without live stats, you'd say the Rogers sisters probably have 15 to 20 of those points.
Good portion of those for sure.
So perhaps it's anyone but the Rogers.
Yeah, seriously.
Right?
I'd love to see like a triangle and two or something, just to switch things up a little bit. Something to disrupt their rhythm a little bit, because at the moment they're just flowing. And 26 points in a quarter, especially in girls basketball, is elite. I mean, I saw a game, I think it was the Rosmini game yesterday at halftime. They were 25 all, so...
I heard.
9 points at the end of the first.
Bit of a defensive battle. But it happens, though, in these long tournaments, right?
Oh,
You've
definitely.
got 6 days, you don't have games where offensively you shoot the ball well and you get a bit tired, you know, all those kinds of things. So part of the parcel, I suppose. And
Te Kura Kokiri obviously still searching for a win, so they've had 3 losses already in this tournament, which is always hard to deal with, and it's really hard to keep going, especially against the #1 seed, Aquinas College. But we've still got 3 quarters left of basketball, right?
Let's see what adjustments Te Kura Kokiri make here in the second quarter.
Aquinas College will come up with the ball. Don't think these Rogers sisters have yet to see the bench.
I don't believe we had a jump ball in that quarter.
Do we not?
I don't think so. They definitely won it. Nonetheless, it is Aquinas ball, and they are looking like they're in a 2-3 zone.
So no defensive adjustment that we've seen yet for this Te Kura Kokiri side. Nice little dump pass inside from Sophie Rogers.
Some better energy from Te Kura Kokiri.
100%. I like that move there. Sophie Rogers, shot fake, dish to the corner. And yeah, this is a really good chance for them to go and trans, get an easier point. Well done.
It's significantly better from Te Kura Kokiri. Much more energetic in their zone. They force a contested jumper from a non-Rogers sister, and then nice little shot in transition.
Yeah, if you can get opportunities in trans, you've got to take those. They've struggled to score in the half court. Sophie Rogers, no good in that kuru whiwhitoru, and another opportunity to go in trans, well covered by Aquinas, however. Nice seal inside by Gates. I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot. So just forcing up some...
Unorthodox,
yeah,
but it looked like
all right, but they are forcing some tough shots, Aquinas, rather forcing them into some hard contested shots. Great ball movement.
Oh, I would have liked to see a drop step layup there, but Sophie Rogers...
you can't complain about that one.
Three's worth more than 2, right? What
Good
do I
man.
know?
That's really smart of you.
Hashtag analytics.
This guy is a New Zealand coach. Away with the races. Can't get that one to finish, but that's a really nice look.
Transition, the story of the second quarter so far for Te Kura Kokiri.
Oh, nice pass. Oh.
Good recovery there by Kaya Gates.
Really nice pass and transition there from Sophie Rogers. And now Te Kura Kokiri have slowed down, allowed Aquinas College to set up their half-court defence, forcing a difficult shot.
Tough shot there by Bill.
Nice pass.
Good vision by Emma.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Nice little finish by Amelia Gaffney as well. Extends the lead out now 31-8. So Te Kura Kokiri just slowed down a little bit from their hot start. Emma Rogers eating her up.
Embracing that challenge of staying in front full court. Contested kuru whiwhitoru is short of the turapa. Tapa.
Te Kura Kokiri making it a little bit difficult for themselves so far, taking a lot of hard contested shots. A little bit overzealous there with the hands, I believe.
Subs in for both teams. A well-earned rest for some of these ladies.
So they have 14 seconds, plenty of time here to set up an offence. To no surprise, ball will probably go in the hands of Emma Rogers. High ball screen here. Not a lot of movement going on, but these Rogers sisters just have an innate ability to create off the dribble.
Referees deciding their call, and it's turnover. Last touch by Aquinas.
Te Kura Kokiri really want to get something on the board here.
Again, pressure up the court by Emma Rogers. However, they allow the lag pass.
Nice action there to get Nuku open, coming off of her left hand.
There we go.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Playing off 2 feet.
Kind of like a little zipper type cut into the ball screen, and against the drops coverage. Nice little floater in the lane.
Yeah, really great finish off 2 feet there. Love a float game.
Aquinas figuring out their balance in against the zone.
Manages to get the pass off, even falling. Kuru Whiwhitoru, no good. See what these guys can chef up now. I'd be getting the ball in the hands of Nuku.
They'd run the same play. Well, they get the ball screen without the little action, and uncontested Kura Whiwhitoru is short.
Great look though, right? Yep, no, hand down, man down.
Open shot and rhythm.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought that might have been well defended. But again, team great. We're just two commentators sitting at a bench, so what do we know?
What do we know? 2 shots? We've got 2 shots here on the hara committed by Te Kura Kokiri.
Mariah Gardner-Hano, co-captain. Go to the line for a pair of Kuru Tautuku's good on the first one.
Pushes the lead to 22.
Sitting
Lacked a bit of offensive flow here early in the second quarter.
Yeah. And come up with the O-board, Coach Killer.
Is that 2 now for the game, or offensive rebounds off free throws?
Something like that. Don't leave her open. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
They're breezing in.
Someone open a door or something? Or Te Kura Kokiri, no surprise. Ball in the hands of Nuku. Could be a good option here, I believe.
I think what Emma Rogers is doing a good job getting it out of Nuku's hands early.
And
but they do allow her to catch it back in the half court.
Yeah, if I'm Emma Rogers, as soon as she gives it up, I'm just sticking to her. She's been the one that's been creating looks the last few possessions.
She's clearly she must have been instructed to do so, because every time Aquinas score, there's a dead ball. She's up there making sure that Nuku's feeling her presence.
Definitely. Nuku is a familiar last name. I don't know if you know. Oh, do I know someone with the last name Nuku? Missy Nuku? Not sure.
Can't help you there, I'm sorry.
It's ringing a bell.
Couple of offensive rebounds off the tupper for Te Kura Kokiri, which they cannot convert.
Sophie Rogers, no one stopping her.
Job playing off 2 feet as they figure out their balance against the zone.
Nice pass. That's very nice basketball.
Good offense.
Well done.
Baseline drive, that shooter in the corner and a late 45 cut for an easy layup in the paint.
Don't think you can ask for more, really.
Sophie Rogers extending the pressure now.
Good ball reversal from Te Kura Kokiri there. Opens a lane.
Nice extra pass. Wide open shot.
Yeah, that's a good look, right? Like, get a ball reversal and a penetration and a kick out. Just can't really execute it, but can't ask for more. Offensive rebound off the tupper, sorry.
14 on the clock for Aquinas to make something happen.
Sophie Rogers uses the ball screen. 6 seconds to work with here. And another offensive two-upper. Coach Killer, like we say.
Emma would love that one back. It's a bit of a wide open look she would normally convert.
Yep, definitely not going to be happy with that one. And Nuku again.
Through 2 defenders.
Definitely.
Up and in.
Love to see it. Sister to sister. That looks good. Just kidding.
Kura Whiwhi Toru is short. And a hara committed on the rebound. I believe it should be Tikura Kokiri's ball after the timeout.
Wahike here, I think called by Mike Rogers of Aquinas College. They've just slowed down a little bit now.
Yeah, perhaps seeking a bit more execution on the offense.
I mean, it's always hard to carry on the momentum when you have such a good first quarter. It's difficult to kind of continue on that. Good lead though, 22-point lead.
They are still generating good looks. It's not dropping to the effect that they did in the first quarter.
Hard thing to coach in game as well, right? There's the skill execution.
Got 2 other courts in the background of court 5. I believe it's court 7 and 8. We've got Manakura playing another Kura Kaupapa school, I believe. And on the far court, she's a bit hard to tell.
Yeah, the eyes aren't that good. But nevertheless, great basketball, right? This tournament is full of some awesome basketball that we've seen so far. Great venue to be able to host 8 courts. Nothing like it in New Zealand.
Yeah, look, central location, lots of courts, all in the same venue.
Yeah.
Makes it a great place for a festival of basketball.
And what better place to be than in Palmerston North, am I right?
Some people call it Paradise North. It's such a good place.
I'm not sure who calls it that. I think that might just be you.
Sometimes the sun comes out.
Sometimes.
But there's a reason why we have 1,000 windmills on the hills. It's because it's windy all the time.
I love the weather here. It's awesome.
I mean, we do play an indoor sport.
Exactly,
At the end of winter, so, you know.
Can't complain too much, right?
Exactly.
Great on-ball pressure there, but broken well.
Steps out of bounds, I believe, unfortunately.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see the call there, but Aquinas College come up for an offensive possession here. Isabella Gillard in the game now, setting a high on-ball. Nice find in the corner.
Tell you what's impressing me with the Rogers sisters is the ability to skip the basketball.
Yeah. One-hand passes as well. Like Emma Rogers can pick it up off the dribble and deliver it with one hand.
They even move their gaze inside so the defense collapses and skipping it cross court.
Misdirection, Like, yeah, these girls struggling to read it a little bit. Rips and goes. Oh, absorbing the contact once again.
Contact.
Yeah, she went flying on that one. Gonna see that one more time. Sophie's done a really good job at absorbing contact and getting herself to the free throw line.
Believe number 7 Beal was called for the hara as Sophie Rogers knocks down the first kuru to tuku.
Can she go for 2? I shouldn't have said anything.
Commentators curse.
I'm sorry.
About what, 0 for 6 it feels like?
Oh, wow, that's a dime.
That is a dime. Gillard stays with her shot, puts it back up and in. With the tūrapa.
37-12 lead now. Aquinas putting in some work early.
Tough place to pick up the ball just over half court.
Kura Kokiri, just their decision making becoming rash with all the pressure. Nice reversal pass. Sophie Rogers penetrating. And 8 seconds now to work with for Emma Rogers. All the time in the world.
Can't go under the ball screen there.
No, you don't want to give her that, right?
Because otherwise she'll knock down the Kura Whiwhi Toru.
Yep. You got to do anything, especially late in the shot clock. She's only got about 3 other seconds to work with. Definitely hard switch or go over or something. Nuku in the corner. Wow.
Nice little baseline jumper.
Yeah, I'd be getting the ball to her almost every possession at the rate she's going right now.
Yeah, they just need to do a good job spacing around her to give her room to operate.
Definitely.
As she comes up with the block on Sophie Rogers. Last touch by Kura Kokiri is Nuku with a nice little baseline.
I like that. I love a good mid-range, can't even lie. It's a pretty shot.
Particularly after those reverse pivot.
Yeah,
face-ups.
definitely.
12 on the clock here for Aquinas. A skip pass to Sophie Rogers. Kura Whiwhi Toru short. Gillard up and in off the tūrapa.
Nice finish. 42-14 lead, so Aquinas sitting pretty comfortably at the moment. See Kura Kokiri wanting to do a little something to kind of chip away at this lead slightly. Nuku, give her some space, let her cook.
Nice little zipper cut, twist the ball screen. Back-to-back jumpers.
Whoa,
there we go.
hey.
We've got a whistle on the shot.
Okay,
Oh.
I don't think the basket's going to count.
Yeah, offensive foul on 10, which I believe was a screen.
Yeah, so if you see the screener, yeah, she kind of just...
Right, rolled down on top of
yeah.
her. It's unfortunate because it's a nice looking shot which Nuku nailed.
Probably could have got away with it if she had set first and then started to seal, but unfortunate, yeah. Te Kura Kokiri obviously want to get all the points they possibly can. Oh, bit of breeze in here. Te Kura Kokiri looking to go in trans. Nicely
Cross back
done.
to left and draws a foul.
Puti Kohunui. Well done. Nice little crossover, absorbing the contact there. Just a little bit late on the help rotation for Aquinas.
Will earn herself 2 kuru tutukus.
Just under 2 minutes to go until half time in this girls quarterfinal one. No good on that first one. And no good on the second. Big rebound from Emma Rogers.
Bit of traffic there.
Not very aggressive defense here for Te Kura Kokiri. Baiting Emma into that. Kuru Whiwhi Toru.
Playing with fire there, letting Emma Rogers getting a feet set for the Kura Whiwhi Toru attempt.
And in a deficit like this, I think the best thing you can do is get up and be aggressive. Like, she had no pressure. They were sitting below the free throw line.
Shooting practice.
Yeah, it's just getting reps up.
Nice move there by Hete Holder. The spin baseline and draws the hara on Gillard.
Pair of Kuru Totukus on the way. Only 2 fouls this quarter for Aquinas College, so they've done a very good job of being disciplined, staying vertical.
Getting back early, building those walls.
Yeah, definitely. Mike Rogers has done a really good job with this group.
Very disciplined. And it'd be easy being up by so much to be undisciplined.
Yeah, for sure.
They're staying disciplined within both offensively and defensively.
Oh, a little bit flat on the Kuru Whiwhi Toru. We'll have probably about 2 or 3 more possessions in this half. Go for a 2-for-1 here, would you?
Oh, I think you take a quality look regardless if you're going to get a 2-for-1 when you're up.
This is true.
31.
Quick maths.
There you go. Good, quick, early shot there, which is nice wide open. And they will get a 2-for-1. Sometimes I think teams put too much emphasis on going for a 2-for-1 that they don't actually get a quality look on both positions.
Yeah. Coaches calling triangle over there, Ryan.
Yep, so look at that. Fill the corner. Pinch post is pretty high. Ball screen out of the corner. I like it. Throwback to Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan.
Guy. And it worked for them.
90s basketball, baby.
Nothing better.
Last shot. Good control by Emma. Knowing time and score as she slows it down.
Looking to go ISO with that left hand hezzy. Can her assist to convert? No good on the Kuru Whiwhi Toru. Big lead at halftime for Aquinas College, 45-16. We will take a little break and be back after the ads.
We had to make sure from the beginning, yep, this is what we're going to do and we're going to go all in.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I was so determined to have this PP.
Kuro Bede, ki whakaata Maori, me Maori plus.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough time. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
The bait is over.
What I can almost guarantee is there's going to be some good fish here today.
Tuna in every 2 days.
I was pretty excited actually. Went from 0 to 100 real quick.
For a real good time.
All guns blazing.
Whoa.
And my technique, it was me. Not.
Get in the water, Wild 2 day. Ki whakaata Maori.
Another day in paradise.
Sorry. All right, no mai, haere mai, kia ora everyone, and welcome back to the second half of this A-Girls quarter final here. Aquinas College versus Te Kura Kaupapa Maori o Te Kura Kokiri. Aquinas College, pretty comfortable first half, 45-16 lead. Ryan, thoughts so far?
Yeah, they're certainly in the driver's seat here. Early in the first quarter, out in transition, built a lead. Later in the half, lots of wide open quarter 50 total attempts, and they knocked down their fair share and certainly built a winnable lead. We'll look to see what adjustments Te Kura Kokiri can come up with, but
it is difficult as well, seeing as this is a small tournament with only 8 teams. Everyone makes a quarterfinal, so this ends up being a 1 versus 4 game, which, you know, that's a really difficult position for Te Kura Kokiri to be in.
Coming in as the underdog, you've certainly got nothing to lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be, hopefully we'll see some intensity coming out at half-time and see if they can throw them, you know, some disruption towards Aquinas' way to make them feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would like to see that, considering they are down, just to throw a lot of pressure at them. And like you said, they've got nothing to lose, so kind of a why not attitude if you can make them stumble a little bit and, you know, throw some turnovers over. And yeah, because we saw at the start of that quarter, they kind of amped their pressure a little bit. They had a couple turnovers and went in trans, like they had opportunities.
For Aquinas, they'll look to keep executing, playing good basketball, being disciplined, and I'm sure Mike Rogers will want to build this lead a little bit more and then rest their starters and, you know, get some minutes or even out the minutes so that they come into tomorrow's game nice and fresh for the semi-finals.
Definitely, and I believe that Emma and Sophie and their starters have probably had some good rest, seeing as their closest deficit here looks to be about 20 that they've had. So they've probably had a nice amount of rest so far this tournament and going to be able to play some big minutes in these next couple of games.
Yeah, I'm surprised that credit to Aquinas. Upanaki's not a bad team. So, you know, handling them in a low-scoring affair by almost 20 points, they've done a good job there.
Possibly could be looking at the final there, Opanaki and Aquinas. Aquinas will start with possession.
About 10 seconds from getting underway here at CET Arena.
Our lovely volunteers in the purple. Sharon Martin on the end there, taking a break from his reffing duties.
Helping out.
Looking enthusiastic about it as well. So still in that 2-3 zone, Te Kura Kokiri and Sophie Rogers wanting to make them pay.
short on the Kura Whiwhi Turu attempt. Good pace here by Te Kura Kokiri as they work the ball around the key. Disrupted inside look, pull-up jumper, no good.
Not a bad look, and gets an offensive tūrapa, draws the foul, and one.
Always got to follow your shot. The best person knows where the ball's going to go in or not is the shooter itself. And
absolutely.
She knew right there that she wasn't good, and she's followed it up. And
Hina Beale absorbs the contact. Magical finish.
It's a friendly roll.
I like that. And the Kuru Tautago to make it a 3-point play, no good. But an offensive tūrapa from Nuku there. Emma Rogers, nice long arms. Can't teach that, can you?
Cannot teach height, as I'm sure you're well aware.
Okay. You're acting like you're like 6'10" yourself, mate.
5'10".
Oh, huge. Well defended there. See, that's better discipline from Te Kura Kokiri, just walling up.
Hands straight up, and the referees notice that. They don't bail out offensive players when the defense hands it straight up, which is good to see from Te Kura Kokiri.
Nice double team as well to disallow the easy bucket for Cassie Riranui there.
Good defensive position here for Te Kura Kokiri. It's,
100%.
Action shots of the bench. Maybe perhaps a bit of water spill. What, coach is cleaning up?
Whoopsie daisies. Well defended there, able to stay in front. Disallow the right hand drive.
Post match up. Oh, let's left the ball there. You want to see the Te Kura Kokiri players protect the ball a bit. When it's right in front, it's easier to steal.
Use your elbows.
Yeah. It's a prized position, that ball.
100%. Hitsi Haora doing a good job sealing down low, but yeah, like you said, just exposing the ball a little bit too much. And she will take a break. Hina Jennings come in. And it looks like they will go back into a man.
So hopefully adjustment. There we go. Almost got a steal there, but we got a kick out to Sophie Rogers. The high arcing Kura Whiwhi Turu is good.
They've got lovely shots too. Their shot form is awesome. Nice rotation on the ball.
Love the arc from the Rogers sisters. Have been taught well.
A lot of reps in the driveway, I can imagine.
Te Kura Kokiri shape for a Kura Whiwhi Turu. Decided against it. It's a shot clock's running down.
Quite narrowly spaced as well. They don't have anybody in either corner. Quite hard to create much out of that.
Good defense here by Aquinas. Didn't bail them out. Hand straight up. Force an air ball. Gave up the offensive rebound, but there's only 2 seconds left on the clock and not much going for Te Kura Kokiri.
Yep, no answer there. 30-point lead for Aquinas. Back in their 2-3 zone. Te Kura Kokiri.
It's a shame, yeah, one possession of man and they already dropped back to their zone.
Well, I think their man defense was actually looked pretty good.
Did get a steal this time, however. So they can make
Nuku with the Kura Whiwhi Turu, no good, but a good attempt. Sister to sister, huge pass.
That's an impressive pass. Throwing it into the space where she's going to be, not where she is.
And then another impressive pass from a Rogers sister, bounces it through traffic. Cassie Riri Nui goes to the line for 2. We're going to see that. Big heave.
Just sees her right there that Sophie's going to get open and leads her to space, and the extra for the potential and one.
I don't even think Ryan could throw a pass that good.
Certainly not from my left hand, that's for sure.
Or you're right.
Probably not. Maybe halfway, not over half.
At least you're a good basketball coach.
Yeah, there's a reason why I coach and not play. I quickly figured out I wasn't going to the NBA, so I changed paths.
What? No way.
I know, right? I was like, can't make the top team of high school. How am I going to get to the NBA?
I give up. Get to go away on New Zealand trips, though, so
yeah,
good option.
Very fortunate. Managed to see a decent part of the world so far and help some young people out get better at their chosen sport.
Oh, just come up with an offensive tūrapa there. A nice finish from Kaya Gates.
Aquinas back up the court with some intent. Emma Rogers does such a good job just knowing where to slow things down and get people organised as she looks to overload one side of the floor against the zone.
Big step back.
Step back, Bobby Jack is good.
I like that.
I think I stole that off Stan Verrett from SportsCentre.
What did you say?
Step back, Bobby Jack.
Bobby Jack. Step back, Bobby Jack.
Don't ask me what it means. The credit is not mine.
I've literally never heard that before, but I quite like it.
Ooh, bit of a stinger there on the screen as Sophie grabbed her shoulder and trying to shake it out a bit.
Sophie Rogers instructing her teammates to communicate that with her. The most important part of a screen coverage.
Yeah,
communication.
Something I don't think, well, teams I've been involved in or been around, they don't do a great job of communicating the screens. And I'd really like to see when people get screened really well, take it personally like that. It's not good from your teammate to not call out those screens because they can hurt.
And it's not a difficult part of the screen coverage, right? Early, loud, often communication can save a massive injury.
Elo.
Learned that from Mick and Mel Downer, the GOATs.
Canterbury basketball stalwarts for a good 3, 4, 5 years.
Well, they've established the Canterbury basketball region quite well, and we've had some success since them being there, that's for sure. I think we see a Hara, so Aquinas will run a baseline out of bounds action. 14 on the shot clock.
Looking for the inbounder. Skip pass. Good defense by Kokiri.
Yeah, well defended, able to move her feet and take a chest bump. Leaves Aquinas with 8 seconds.
Looking for the slip, nice little slip.
Oh, can't get it to go. Big rebound. Haria Fiafi-Beal.
Oh, hard luck. Did a good job beating Emma Rogers initially, but loses the handle.
Be interesting to see either Sophie or Emma have a break here, and I'd like to see Aquinas, operate without them offensively.
Be a good learning opportunity for other Aquinas players who don't handle the ball probably as much.
Especially in a game like this. No harm, no foul to give them a break.
The Kura Fifi Toro attempt is short by Rogers.
Ball in the hands of Nuku, delivers a nice kick ahead pass.
Mishandled by Jennings. Right idea from Nuku. Playing in space.
Like to see ball go back in her hands to create a little bit. I think she's probably been their best option in terms of creating, especially off nice little zipper action into a ball screen. Sophie Rogers will run at the point this time. Sets an away screen for her sister. Nicely done.
Yeah, tip of pokes the ball out of a taller Gillard's hands and gathers possession and draws the Hara.
I feel like that's exactly what this Te Kura Kokiri side need to do, is apply some pressure on the perimeter and force turnovers like that.
Absolutely.
Especially if you can come at someone vulnerable like Gillard, who's probably not used to handling that kind of pressure. And good things happen.
I 100% agree. I'd like to see them be far more aggressive. As she nails her second Kura Tutuku.
So,
and timeout.
I think that may have been Aquinas' timeout.
Yep. Referees signaling towards Aquinas, and we're making sure it's right on the score sheet.
20, is it 29? 29-point lead now for Aquinas.
Good quick girl math.
Did you say girl math? Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. Take that back. Wow.
Did I know about it or that I used it?
I think both.
It's everywhere on social media.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Nonetheless, there is a timeout. Look, there's still time. If Te Kura Kokiri changed the way they played, be more aggressive, they could speed up the game, but it has to be now. If they
100%.
They go another 2 or 3 minutes playing as passively as they are, then they're going to run out of time to generate enough positions to catch up.
Totally agree. And I mean, even if you don't catch up necessarily the whole way, it's good to finish the game respectably and kind of make it a little more competitive.
Well, Mike Rogers is probably imploring discipline and execution as the game wears on, and it looks like perhaps there is some sort of score sheet issue or foul issue that the managers of each team and the referees are endeavouring to fix.
Sharon Martin looking overjoyed and helping out over there.
15 seconds of fame.
He is happy to be there. Not helping whatsoever. Good job, Sharon. But the team in purple is all over it. We love you guys, Bath New Zealand volunteers, for all the work you've done making this tournament possible. It's looking like it's going to be sorted.
Aquinas are ready to play. They've re-entered the floor.
Kura Kokiri taking all the time they need. Coach looking like he's giving them a bit of a spray. And yeah, referee's just going to tell them they need to come in now. Aquinas College is ready to go.
We talked about changing rules.
Oh gosh.
Earlier in the broadcast. One thing I like about competing overseas, the FIBA refs are very strict on 1 minute and 1 minute only for timeouts. I would like to see us implement kind of, all right, that was your one timeout of grace, not being on time. Next time, technical foul. You have 1 minute. Therefore, you need to know what you're going to talk to your team about. You need to be able to communicate clearly and concisely to get your team back on the court.
Yeah, well, like any longer, like 2 minutes of talking in a timeout, you can't deliver succinct information, and it can be a little bit of an overload.
Yeah, a lot of time I feel here in New Zealand that we'll ignore the refs until we're done.
Yeah.
And it needs to be the other way around, I think.
Definitely, yeah, 100%. Yeah, referees do a good job, but probably not well enough. I think it was about 2 minutes of a timeout there.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's... While Mr. Horrocks' question was a bit tongue-in-cheek and looking at some interesting ways to change the game, I think that would be a good introduction where we say, hey, this is how we're going to start fishing it, coaches. Do you have time to adjust? And then we introduce it, at the start of a season where, all right, 1 minute's 1 minute. Get on
technical
the court.
foul otherwise. Yep, New Zealand's just a little bit too soft sometimes, I think. Kura Kokiri a little bit messy and disorganised here, and Aquinas College will come up with possession.
Double dribble called on Kuhanui.
Another thing I'd love to see is the introduction of player timeouts. I'd like to see those in high school basketball or club prem basketball.
Some leadership shown by the players, and it would put more onus on the team's leaders to be constantly thinking about the game and when to take it. And,
yeah, definitely.
And in what situations and what plays you'd run.
It's a good challenge for players' IQ and awareness, those kind of things. Knowing when to call it.
Putting them in some growth environments. As a wild shot goes up by Kokiri, but they get the offensive rebound.
They've done that pretty well. I think they've rebounded offensively quite well. Kuru Whiwhituru for Nuku. She has been impressive this game.
Yeah, been one of the bright spots for Kokiri despite the deficit they're facing.
Nice ball reversal there. Kura Kokiri still in their 2-3 zone. Emma Rogers.
Short on her Kura Whiwhituru attempt.
Not looking super happy with the miss there. And substitution will come in. Kura Kokiri looking to set up here. Hene Beale will run the point. Looking for a seal for Nuku. Oh, she's just going to fire away. Not quite.
Mishandled. Tupara falls the way of Aquinas. Tudapa, my apologies.
That's okay, I forgive you. Emma, usage of the on-ball screen. Nice, messy pass. Oh, just rims. These bloody double rims, they're the worst.
Yeah, it's one thing, if we're going to hold nationals here in Palmerston North for the foreseeable future, is upgrading some of these rims and some of these backboards.
Yeah, but old school. Nice. Nice little cross key cut there for Nuku, well defended, but comes back out with the ball. Oh, that's a killer.
Some buy-in by the City Council or some funding from them would be great. as it's a council owned building, and you know there's quite a significant difference from the show court to courts 1 through 3, and then we've got 8 and 9, which certainly need some attention.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and considering this is the best tournament for high school basketball in New Zealand all year, although definitely appreciate the great arena we get to play in here. Kuru, Fifi, Toru, Hine, Bill, bang, bang.
It's 2 threes by Te Kura Kokiri in the last 60 seconds. Bit of a bright spark here in the third quarter.
Best way to score the basketball, am I right?
Most efficient. Layups, corner threes. Is that what you teach your Division 2 team back in Canterbury?
Yeah, layups more importantly. The threes are still coming, you know.
Is that a school team or a club team?
School team. I mean, I dabble everywhere and everywhere, but Middleton Grange School. Nicely done. Cassie Ridinui catches off the short roll, goes to work.
They've been to nationals a couple of times, haven't they?
Yeah. Back in the day, we were pretty good. When I was year 9, we placed 11th. Nationals were pretty good with Lauren Hippolyte, Amy Book, pretty good team.
Yeah, I certainly remember. I remember Amy playing here.
Yeah, obviously you have some lapses, can't be good everywhere.
No.
Every year, especially, you know, not being a North Island team.
Is that a dig that North Island get 18 teams? And
well, you know, I mean, like, something, you know, St. Peter's, you know, they're always going to be good and competitive. You know, you've got a lot more people, more resources. We had a good boys team for a while there as well. Lucky enough to have Sam Timmins come in his year 13 year, as well as Jackson Stent quite a long time ago.
I didn't realise Sam Timmins transferred there, because I remember watching Otago boys win it with.
Yeah, I believe it was
Joe
the year
Cook
after that. That, a few of them moved to Christchurch for Mark Dickel, the GOAT.
How many GOATs in Christchurch do you have?
Oh, well, there's me.
Top of the list.
Christchurch is a good place, I must say. Like Judd Flavel, Laurie, we had Mick and Mel for a while, Ben Sheet, Maya Williamson, Jack Williamson, Helen Williamson.
Kura Fifi Toru is long by Sophie Rogers. Emma Rogers is also long on the Kura Fifi Toru.
A little bit of fatigue possibly there with those 2 3-point attempts. And a turnover will give Aquinas possession right back. Just over a minute to go in this third quarter. Aquinas have stayed comfortably in front for the majority of this quarter.
The game's lost a little bit of its execution in the last few minutes. I'm sure the coaches at the quarter break will be imploring their teams to remain focused
100%
during the fourth.
Aquinas College with a big lead. It's easy to become complacent in times like this, but obviously you still want to finish with some nice execution and some good basketball, especially with 2 more days of basketball to come, and, you know, arguably the 2 most important games of the year for them.
Absolutely. Semi-finals tomorrow for the single A side of the tournament.
Nicely done. Stripped away by Sophie Rogers. Away with the races. Wow.
High off the glass.
She does a really good job at, you know, initiating the contact and absorbing it.
Nothing but net as well. Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
I mean, they're backboard too, but yeah, that was acrobatic. Te Kura Kokiri really struggling with this pressure right now. Seems like they're kind of just forcing up willy-nilly shots.
Emma Rogers hustling for the rebounds.
She will have 10 seconds now to work with. Pulls it up. Good find. 1 second.
Floater game.
Oh, and that's a coach killer.
The
a
late
foul call.
Foul. Probably the correct foul. Did look like there was a lot of arm there. But yeah, as a coach, you'll be not super pleased that you
yeah, like she's driving baseline. That's a dead zone.
0.5 on the clock. You can see in the corner of the picture there. That
I mean, the likelihood of her making that floater from a dead zone spot like that is pretty low. So no real need to give away that foul. But can't make the free throws. The Kuru Tautuku's here. However, Aquinas still remain with a 32-point lead at the end of the third quarter going into the fourth. So probably looking like it's going to go the way of Aquinas, Ryan.
Yeah, look, it's going to be tough for Te Kura Kokiri to make up this amount of ground with sort of the offensive flow so far through the first 3 quarters and only 10 minutes to go. So for both teams, right, what kind of benefit can you get out of this next 10 minutes going into the semi-finals, probably for Aquinas, and 5th through 8 classification games through for Te Kura Kokiri.
Definitely, and you've got to take your small wins when you have a huge deficit like that. What kind of things can you continue to work on, and what kind of things can you take away that were good for this game? High praise to Ihipera Nuku from Te Kura Kokiri. I think she's been really impressive today. Nice ability to create off the dribble.
Yeah, when her feet's been set, her jump shot's really nice. Nice to look at, and she's managed to nail a nice baseline jumper and a 3, and she had that one called back after the moving screen.
True, that was gutting.
So hopefully she gets a few more opportunities to show her shooting prowess.
Interestingly here, Emma and Sophie still on the court. I think they have played all 3 quarters so far. And, you know, with a lead like this, definitely becomes an option to give them a rest. But Coach Mike Rogers might want to get some reps up, some execution before their semi-final tomorrow.
Yeah, I certainly would be looking perhaps in the second half of this 4th quarter, just, you know, when the game's well and truly in the bag, giving them a bit of a break, and some of the bench players some extended minutes to work on getting some confidence or working on some deficiencies or whatever it is in that, you know, without worry of a result going against you.
100%. These games with such great deficits are an awesome opportunity for your younger players to develop a little bit more, putting them in positions that are a little bit uncomfortable. That triangle action again. Nuku in the high post. Nice little floater. Love a good floater game.
Wabil.
Te Kura Kokiri still in their 2-3 zone. Really nice 2-man on-ball action.
Couldn't get the finish to go. Aquinas. Nuku, shake to shoot, thought better of it. Field corner, we've got the post, there's our triangle action.
It's a nice look, actually.
Bit of a strong pass and a reversal layup.
Oh, dime. Sophie Rogers delivers it.
Love those fast breaks where the ball barely touches the floor.
Yeah, perfect. Te Kura Kokiri walking up now. Really narrow spaced. No one in the corners.
Again, showing that ball probably a bit much. Good hands from Aquinas to strip it.
Travel call there for Emma Rogers.
Just dragged that pivot for a little bit as she attempted to pick up the basketball.
Te Kura Kokiri now have a chance. What are we going to see here from Nuku? I'd like to see something set for her to go downhill.
Looks like little Spain action. Okay.
I like that idea, but just through traffic is difficult, and moves right into her.
Need the back screen of the big to really pop out behind the 3-point line for the spacing to work. And she probably would have been wide open because the focus of the defense was on the rolling big.
Yeah, 100%. Emma Rogers, hand down, man down.
Good offensive rebound. Rip baseline, nice little pull-up jumper. Sophie Rogers, nothing but net.
She does a great job of utilising her shot fake. She's had a few, so obviously they're going to run out at it. Good job being multi-dimensional.
Yeah, she certainly can score in all 3 phases of the game. As Te Kura Kokiri back into their triangle action.
Oh, well done.
Good pass and finish. There we go.
Nice little backdoor cut, you know, something a little bit different. Switching things up, being a little bit less predictable. And a turnover here for Aquinas College. Rogers sisters will remain on the court despite some subs coming in for Aquinas.
7 minutes 50 to go here at Central Energy Trust Arena, 61-29. Aquinas College over Te Kura Kokiri. That flowing into their triangle action. Fakes a handoff, skip pass, mishandled, and it'll be Aquinas basketball. Subs for Kura Kokiri.
Aquinas College, let's see what they can cook up here. Looking like the high on ball is arriving for Emma Rogers.
Shot fake. Plenty of time left on the clock.
Oh, a little bit overzealous there, but Isabella Gillard is there to clean up.
Perhaps not something Coach Mike Rogers would like. A contested three-pointer by daughter Emma.
Pretty early as well. Could probably work a little bit more for a nicer look. Nice ball movement here.
Pass with the triangle. Nuku banks the three. Unlucky.
Aquinas running in trans. Oh, no look pass delivered by Sophie Rogers.
It's almost too strong. Too good of a pass.
Going up and down here, tit for tat. But a little bit too much contact there for Aquinas.
Good fight for the basketball, but the Hutter's committed. Good side basketball as the Rogers sisters take a seat.
And I don't imagine they'll be back.
No. So impressive performance by the sisters, controlling the game, outside shooting and interior finishing.
Bit of this, bit of that, bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Had some nice guidance with the fight with Mel Bennett this year, so obviously that's been instrumental in their development.
Brings up a bit of a different lineup with the dual post players for Aquinas on the court together for the first time today.
Yep, difficult for Kura Kokiri to guard that. Kura Whiwhituru on its way, no good, but I like the attempt, and you kind of had to. 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Nice run down the floor, unrewarded by Gillard.
Kalia Gardner-Hano, sister of Maria Gardner-Hano. I can imagine she's quite young. Nice to see her put in more of a responsible position now, having the Rogers sisters off.
Yeah, when the game's in the bag like this, you can play free without worrying about affecting the result.
Yeah.
So a real growth period for these players.
Remember checking in the game my first time as year 9 at Nationals. Pissing my pants, but, you know, it's a great opportunity and it's good fun.
Yeah, at the end of the day, while we're all super competitive, it is just a game.
Yeah, definitely. And these are some of the best memories you'll make coming to these Nationals. Nice little high-low action. Twin Towers just fumbles it, unfortunately. Hine Beale here to run the point. She's done a good job at leading her team today, running the offense. Bit of a telegraphed pass there. Nuku has some space. Kura Whiwhituru
buries it. All she needs is a little bit of pressure up against the sideline, and it's nothing but net. That's where you're going to check out the replay of the Kura Whiwhituru. Look at that, close to the sideline. It did not matter. It was
bang, bang.
Hand down, man down.
Waikike timeout here for, I think, Aquinas College. A 30-point lead for them. Only 5 minutes left to go in this ball game, so we can confidently say that unless some crazy miracle happens, Aquinas College going to come away and advance to the semi-finals here. Well deserved, definitely. They've had a really good tournament so far. And the two there, 8 and 4, Emma and Sophie Rogers leading this team really well.
Yeah, they certainly do deserve to be in this spot. Very consistent at the qualifiers a month ago, finishing third in the North Island, and then taking care of business, beating Stratford High School, Greymouth High School and Upunaki to earn their spot as top qualifier in Pool B. And then have certainly improved a formidable opponent here for Kura Kokiri, who will look to regroup after this game and figure out a plan of attack for their classification game.
Yeah, we've got to keep moving forward, right? Take it on the chin. You've got more games of basketball to play.
It's one of the beauties about tournaments, right? It's not like regular season. If you don't play well, you have to think about it all week. It's perhaps 4 or 5 hours later if it's your first game of the day, or one sleep and you get to do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Come back and make amends.
Important to be resilient as well. Kind of just got to bounce back. You know, sometimes we see big upsets for teams in pool play here, but the only thing you can do is move on.
Yeah, absolutely. Before this round, the highly touted overall boys' school got tipped up by a very resilient and competitive Pukekohe High School. So for that pool on the boys' side could certainly change a few things. Who comes out top and gets that all-important bye on Thursday morning, or who goes into the 2v3 plans?
Yeah, it's interesting the way that those things kind of work, but again, you just have to learn to regroup, right, to do it. Obviously, wouldn't be expecting that kind of loss, but the only thing they can do is kind of learn from it and move forward.
Are you a fan of the 2v3 plan?
I do like it, actually, yeah. I think sometimes the way seeding works, teams can get done a little hard done by some years, so I like it, definitely.
I think initially I was against it.
How do you feel about it now, Ryan?
Oh, I've come to agree with that. Initially I was against it. I was like, well, you've got to turn up and be ready to go and pool play and earn your spot in the top 2. But now it's like, well, if something doesn't go quite right, I still have a chance to get to top 8. And with the playing games, you're more likely than not to have the actual top 8 teams be in the top 8.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, so I've come around to buying into it.
And yeah, definitely it's a good way to solidify like the top 8 teams, right? Like, you've really got to earn your way there. You know, the only comfortable placing is top in the pool. And yeah, throws in a good extra game for these guys as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the kids just want to play.
100%.
They just want to play though. As Kura Kokiri scrap for the loose ball, get a fresh 14 seconds on the clock.
No good.
Jumper. Aquinas come up with the loose ball.
Oh, here, there, and everywhere.
That's some impressive commitment. Up 31, diving on the floor.
Love to see it. No
for
good.
A loose ball.
Looks for that dime there. Right idea, just can't deliver it.
As we get some action shots of the Rogers sisters sitting comfortably on the bench after putting in an impressive 34-minute performance.
Would have loved to see the live stats and how much they drop between them.
You have to check it out in the game day app a bit later when the iPad score sheet gets uploaded. The tough drive by Kokiri.
They've done a really good job of clarifying the glass though, coming up with quite a few offensive two-uppers. Nuku having to create something.
You could guesstimate that they'd be up there and probably into the 20s of the offensive two-uppers.
Yeah. Much to the dismay of Coach Mike Rogers, something you want to minimalise, that's for sure.
Although it looks rather relaxed right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, can't be too concerned about a 30-point lead.
Taking care of business. Right, those are habits, though. That's what I struggle with, you know, whether you're down big or up big. We'll keep trying to build habits, so I don't really want to take, you know, go away from your identity and just because you're winning or losing, stop doing those small things that help you become a good team.
Yeah, totally agree.
As we seem to have a bit of a barn burner on the court behind us.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
5-point game with 1:40 to go. So
can barely hear you, Ryan.
Crowd gather around. I believe it's Manakuta versus maybe Ngātaitia, but it's not the game we've got. Oh, good save.
Love the commitment even in the dying minutes of this game.
Kokiri. And the steal from behind. Good to see these two teams still scrapping for the ball, despite the result being all but confirmed.
Just going to see.
Manakuta, we've got Tukarepa long on the Kurawhiwhi Toru.
And a big crowd, as you can see. That's the way things go at these tournaments. Everyone likes to go to the court that has a close game on it. Really cool environment to be playing in front of that, as we have Kaya Gates with the AM1.
I believe off another offensive two-upper as well. She'll go to the line for Kura Tuku to see if she can make a 3-point play.
Sorry, had to step away for a moment there, Ryan. Leave you by yourself.
Right. Under the 2-minute mark to go here in the A quarterfinals.
Good to see Kura Kokiri still applying some pressure and doing their best to be competitive.
Aquinas working their way around. Bit of a contested Kurawhiwhi Toru. It's long. Ball comes down to Bill. Nuku for a Kura Whiwhi Turu is just off to the right.
One of her first misses of the day.
Another offensive tūrapa. And another. Doing
Like
a really good job.
record.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to convert probably as many as they'd like
Yeah.
to see themselves in this ball game, but fighting it out till the end.
She'll have a pair of kuru tautukus. No good on that first one. A little bit short-rimmed, possibly. A bit of fatigue setting in.
This will be, what, game 6, I believe, for all these girls?
Something like that. Gonna see some possibly final subs here for Te Kura Kokiri.
Last minute 19 of action here on Court 5 at Central Energy Trust Arena.
I think this is the last live streamed game of the day here on Court 5, but still some to come. Fly Palmy Arena live stream, so check those out. Awesome, I've just been made aware that the 5:45 round and 7:30 round will be live streamed over on Fly Palmy Arena, so shout out to Whakaata Maori, doing a really good job. Cool that we now have 2 courts being able to be live streamed to the Nationals. I think this is the first year they've been able to do this, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think from memory last year, I'm not sure the live stream started from day one, so in a plethora of live stream games of both single A, double A, boys, girls, schools getting broadcast across the country of family and friends or colleagues or whomever unable to make it down to Paradise North and check out the action.
Okay, you really need to start doing that. You're the only one who calls it Paradise North.
I'm trying to get a movement started.
You're trying to get something going.
There's Te Kura Kokiri work it round. Under a minute to go here.
Nice drive and kick.
Whiwhi Turu, good.
Bang, bang.
To the delight of the Te Kura Kokiri bench.
Good to see just still some good culture going on over there.
Supporting their teammates to the end.
I like to see it. And some nice pressure here, not allowing Aquinas to really get into any offense. Oh, pause.
Good contest for the ball. It stays with Aquinas. 9.1 on the shot clock.
Yep. Plenty of time to work with here for Aquinas. And well done. Te Kura Kokiri being really active.
A little bit lackadaisical, not going to meet their pass. Remains of Aquinas, this time a sideline out of bounds. Good old slop.
Slop.
Sideline out of bounds.
Oh yeah, I know what slop means, don't worry.
Viewers have not heard of that acronym before.
And blob.
Blob.
Being baseline out of bounds. Nice.
Runner in the lane's a bit strong.
Te Kura Kokiri will go for their last transposition of the game. A little bit dishevelled there, and we're going to see an offensive foul call.
All right, Aquinas will be able to inbound this basketball. All they got to do is get it over half court, and they'll be able to dribble it out and seal their spot in the national semi-finals for A schools.
Yep. Oh, they're going to go for a final bucket, actually. And we're going to see a foul call there. So, last pair of kuru tautukus, I imagine, in this ball game.
I understand why teams do that in pool play, because sometimes points differential comes down to tiebreakers, but knockout.
Yeah.
Dribble out the clock and.
Yeah, especially in a deficit like this. You know, not a necessary thing to do.
Because generally, league games, like one-off games, it's a sign of respect when if you're up, you just dribble out the clock. But I understand your tournament play, you've got to keep scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, we will see the final buzzer go. Aquinas College with a comfortable win, 65-39 against Te Kura Kokiri. Great shift from the girls today, hey Ryan?
Yes, Aquinas impressive. Early in transition, constant outside Kura Whiwhi Torus, and impressive defensively, holding another team to under 40 points. So they'll be primed and ready for this semi-final tomorrow.
Absolutely. So come back tomorrow to check in with Aquinas College. Noho ora mai rā. Thanks for having us.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
Sport is about more than just a game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just a game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to Kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.